All right, too, to be here. Isn't that right? I told him we had a little refrigerator going on out there. I ain't quite over here. I tell you, they put a move y'all from over there anyway. There's too much air dropping on that side. He ain't got no vent over there. What vent? That vent dropped down? Well, I don't know about that one. But I told Hayward he might have blood pressure. That man sitting under a fan with a fan and still sweating. I said, man, it's cold right there. You ain't cold. I ain't lying. I probably get a little regulator. You'll start seeing the temperature a little different. It ain't quite as hot. Yeah, it make a difference. That's the truth, though. You'd be surprised. It make a difference. They ain't think about it now. Yeah, that's true. Y'all get that thing down up a little below normal, y'all realize, yeah, it might not be quite as hot as we might be thinking it is. I know these lights will put out a little bit on you, but it is what it is. Anyway, everybody all right? Yes, sir. Two, to be alive. Certainly appreciate the Most High Yahuwah for what he's done, what he's doing, what he will continue to do by his kind. I appreciate the opportunity to be on the top side and not the bottom side, especially since the information has been coming to change the whole dynamics of what we believe. How we view and how we've looked at things, have changed, and I appreciate Mr. Yahuwah for that opportunity. There are some people he will not change the way they view things simply because they will not change. There's some people he will keep in the dark simply because he has already set himself against them, that he is not going to save them. I appreciate the opportunity and that he hadn't set himself against me and against this Adar thus far. But we can't take that lightly as something that's given us a privilege that we can kind of do as we want and take it as a small thing or take it as an everyday thing that he does, because if not, when he says a baraka, which is a true meaning, a benefit being bestowed upon us. And I appreciate it. I appreciate the benefits, and it only comes through his being Yahushua HaMashiach. That's the only way you can obtain it. That's the only way you can get it. It only makes sense. There's only one person that can truly say they came out from him. Only one. There's only one true heir to everything he has, and that's Yahushua HaMashiach. None of them in Shamayim can inherit it. Nobody. Everybody had to get it through him. And I'm appreciative, and I understand that now, the fact that he's allowed that and that understanding to realize this ain't something you just get on yourself or your own, just fall on your knees somewhere and start talking in your secret closet in your corner. You got to be a communicator with the being, because that's who the Abba done committed everything to the one that's the inheritor. Since he's going to be the one that's going to take it over, since everything belongs to him, it just makes sense to the Abba to say, just let him handle it. Anybody going to get it, come through by him. I was talking to some night Keem, I was telling him about how I appreciate the way Mr. Yahuwah thinks and how he operates makes sense. Everything that he loves, that we say a hob, affection and attachment to, he keeps a seed of it. That's what he does. Everything he got, he keeps a seed. That's what he does. And I appreciate that. That's why it's important for us to be the seed of Abraham, because that's who he loved. He really cared for Abraham. He cared for him so much he kept a seed. Same thing he did with Yahushua. That's why he told us, I'm well pleased with him. And we learned in the Gun that everything he was well pleased with, he kept a seed for it. He kept a seed of it so it can continue. Because he said, that's what I like. I want to keep that. There's something you love, something you like, then keep a seed. That's what he did. The reason why he's not going to keep a lot of these people, because he really don't like them. He don't like them. It don't make no sense to keep nothing from him. He's already determined and designated to cut it off. I don't want no more of it. If I find a mayonnaise tree, I'm going to cut it off at the root. I don't want to see nothing unless I find out mayonnaise and something I really, really like. Then I might save a remnant of mayonnaise. Just for that one thing I like, and just get rid of it altogether. But it makes sense. And sometimes we haven't considered that sometimes seed can come in and make up a difference. And you can have a love for a seed. It be parents sometimes that hate their kids, but they'll have a love for their grandkids. And that's what happened with our Abba. They made him so angry, he disinherited them and said, I just love the grandkids. It'll happen. Anybody know familiar with anything like that? Them, their parent might have fell out, whatever. They might not care for them, but they love their grandkid. They said the grandkid ain't got nothing to do with you, though. And I still don't care nothing for you. But I do care for that kid. Sometimes that kid, that grandkid, can be the bonding agent to bring you back. That's what we did with Yahushua. He was done with us. It was only because of the being that he even considered even bringing us back or even trying to make amends. He looked at, because I love him so much and you're attached to him, you know what I'm saying? I can kind of look past that, you know, get past it because I'm looking at you through them and not through you. I hate you. You drove me to the bitter end. But that grandkid there, something about them that make me say, you know what I'm saying, I kind of overlook some things with you because of them. And because of the grandkid, it'll let you get back into communication. There'll be some of them, I know I got one back at that point now, be like, one for them grandkids. Woo! It'd be rough on them. Because you can cut them out, but you look at where it leaves you on the other end so the grandkid can be the bonding agent. That's what Yahushua is for us. He that bonding agent where he look at, I really wouldn't deal, if he look at, if it weren't for the grandkid, I wouldn't deal with you. I wouldn't even deal with you. I wouldn't waste my time calling you or even looking at you or looking for you. But because he has such a heart for the grand, he look at, you know, that allowed me to communicate with you. So I appreciate that. We are familiar with situations with people that happen with, or maybe some of it have been in that position. Hello? Yes. Okay, so we understand then how important the being is. He's that bonding agent. He's the one that got him to a point where he'll come back and he'll reconcile. It makes sense. You'd be surprised how many parents have reconciled with their kids because of the grandkids. They'll say, I want to be in the grandchild life. Whatever it is with you, I get over it. I ain't worried about it no more. If you old lady, so whatever it is, I don't even care. I just want to, you know, I want to be in his life or her life. So I'll expunge whatever it is with you. So he let those situations happen with us in life so we understand what he did for us. In layman terms, as plain as it is, Mr. Yahuwah didn't want nothing to do with none of us. It's only because of the grandchild. It was only because of the child. Other than that, he would have nothing to do with any of us. And because it made sense that the child attached to us. It only made sense. You know what I'm saying? It only made sense. The child attached to me. And you connect to the child. So, therefore, you have to overlook some things. Sometimes people don't realize, let me tell you something. Sometimes with in-laws, people might be familiar with, I don't know if it happened to anybody here, but sometimes it'll be parents that might hate the in-law, you know, might hate the other one, but because the child comes, they look at, in order to be able to keep the relationship with the child, I overlook how I kind of felt about you. I deal with you a little more cordial because of the kid, because they're not looking at you for you, they're looking at you through the child. Because you connect to the child, it's going to be hard to explain to the child you love the child, but I hate your parent. The child kind of confused because they're trying to figure, I'm kind of confused with that one. Yeah, so I just kind of let that go. I got to try to mend that whole thing and fix it because I don't want no disruption with the child. So that's the only way it makes sense. That's why Yahushua looked at how are we going to Ahab the Abba and hate him. Because that's going to be real difficult for me to kind of put that together. It's going to be hard to get a relationship out of it. We got Ahab the being because that's the only way we're attached to him. Hello? You can't get to him no other way. There's no other way you can get to him. It's no other you can guess. You got these different groups out here. Some of them they'll come up with, you know, they just, you know. Really, I don't know why people pray to the Son. I just really look at the Father. I go to the Father. There's some Hebrew, I know some people that say that. I have some people used to be here. They always talk about the Father, the Father. They wouldn't even say the Son. They said, really, it don't make sense to go to the Son. Really, you just go to the Father. I said, but that's not the way he set it up. He said we had to come through by the Son. See, I'm going to tell you what's stupid. Is the fact that I acknowledge the Father. Some say, I don't acknowledge the Son like that. I acknowledge the Father. What makes him a father? The only way he could be a father is that he got a son. He has an heir. We're going to want to, you know, make no disenchantment for our coup. Some of them, you know, for women in general, some of them feel like, why the son? Because the son is who you look at to be an heir. You know, man, look at the son because the son will beget. The father begets. So the son begets. All a woman can do is bear. There's nothing against you now. We need you. That makes as much sense like these guys that don't need a woman. I don't even know why they're in the planet. The earth is a female. Where are you at, on the outside or the inside of it? And you living just like a child inside the belly of a woman. So it makes absolutely no sense how you don't need a woman, but you're in the earth. Only if you're stupid. You got to be real stupid. I mean, you're inside of the rocks and you living. So like a child in the belly of a woman. You need a woman. I be telling them here, you got to be trying to hold out and everything. You can't wash your pickle. And so much holding out you're going to do, that pickle going to drip. If it work. If it don't work, isn't that right? That's a big deal. It's a big deal. If the pickle don't work, it's a big deal. So you need a woman. Don't let anybody make no food. Y'all know some of these guys, these new generation guys now. I don't know what it is now. I don't know what. Man, you could have never made it with us. Man, somebody been with us, man. One of the guys here, man, told her, yeah, man, I need no woman, man. I'm getting no woman. But man, you gay. That's the next thing coming up. That's the only way you could have said that. Yeah, I'm good. I don't need no woman. Yeah, you better give her and that nigga real quick. Isn't that right? That's a gay conversation. You need a woman. He ain't made nothing. So I see my wife, she was walking, man, booty was jumping. She was going. I heard that Lion King. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleep tonight. I know somebody's mama, that's my love mama too. I said, man, what a man want with a woman. I mean, what a man want with another man. No extra, it just bouncing and moving. I said, that's what I'm talking about. What a man want with another. I said, man, a sister got to work too hard to do that. Ain't that right? It's natural for a woman to walk like that. Ain't that right? I don't know what these jokers think about. I don't know why these guys all of a sudden don't want no woman. It's got to be something in the water they getting these niggas. Some got them sick. Man just sick, he want another man. You're sick. Just sick. Sister just blooming and blossoming everywhere. Ain't no standard. The kids gay. They playing gay games. And it don't make no sense, man. It don't make no sense. Football gonna go, he gonna have to tackle, man. You gotta grab both his butt cheek and just let him drag you down the field. I ain't watching it. I ain't watching. They can have it. It's just gone. I'm gonna tell you, ain't gonna be. They'll fall out and have sex. Well, you know what it is? The Gamecocks down in South Carolina. Yeah, they showed out down there the other year. Them guys, everybody was complaining about every time they got tackled. Oh yeah, they were going for their growing. Oh, the Gamecock got a bad reputation about that. Them jokers gave them the name Gamecock. They thought they put a win for the cock. Yeah, bad man. They're college, high school, all of. I mean, it just. They're fumigating this stuff. It's bad. And then what's bad, nobody won't say nothing about it. People still support. Really, shouldn't nobody go watch them. That shows you disapproval. You can't help people. Well, I still love the game. I don't want to watch no guy grabbing each other's penis on no field. I don't want to see you no more. That's right. And you got to start showing them disapproval, man. Don't pay for that. These folks will jump up and walk out when you don't do the flag, when you don't pledge the flag. But they don't walk out when guys on the ground, men on the ground grabbing each other's penis. Guy complaining, man, they grabbing my penis when I'm on the ground. Nobody walk out. Don't stand up for the flag. Everybody walk out. Unpatriotic, un-American. So it's American for two men to have sex together? That should be un-American. All these folks done went up here and marched to the White House because of vote. Why they ain't march about all these homosexuals? You can't say nothing about them. Why nobody ain't took no stand against that? Why these kids don't have a voice. These kids don't have any safety protocol for them. First thing they say against something gay, they out of school. And nobody ain't marched for that. They ready to threaten the FBI, everybody. Nobody mad about these homosexuals though. Can't even talk about them. I'll talk about them. Only the internet they can put in their pocket. I ain't gonna never be controlled by no sister. That's impossible. I don't know that no sister tell me, you a sissy. That's right. Man, you can't, why I can't say it? All we gotta do, we gotta flaunt this heterosexual thing, man. Flaunt that thing on them. And I flaunt them things. Tell them, two girls over there, man, look at them. Y'all ain't doing but bumping gums. You ain't doing them but bumping gums. You might just stop it. You can't hurt each other. Two bad mouth folks just start biting each other. How they gonna hurt each other? With just your lip. Just your lip. Do that. Try to bite your arm with just your lip. Do it. Just try it. Bite yourself hard as you can with your lip. Bite it hard as you can with your lip. That's what they doing. What can they do? It's no impossible. Go ahead, try. Stop it. You ain't even doing that. You're wasting time. They ain't got a brain in their head, man. These folks out here trying to still make them think they're doing something. It's sad. It's sad. And what's sad is heterosexual people have took a back seat. That's right. That's why these guys don't want no women now. They just don't want. I told you years ago, my barber told me, one of them had years ago, and he was talking about how a bunch of the guys, customers now, were going down here, and they was at the, was it the trapeze or something they got in here? Going out here and paying, going here and pay their money. He said, man, police officer, the ones coming, he said, I can't tell you who or who, you'll be looking at them funny. Which I was. He said, go down here, man. They said they'd rather pay, go in here and sleep with them and just go in no relationship. He said another man can approach you and actually have sex with you, and you sign a paper or something. I can't fight him, and I can't. Where I come from, that's an insult. Another man coming, hey, man, how about, man, you know, you want to get in my booty? You got to whoop it. This is just stuff you don't do, because as a man, that's challenging your manhood. Y'all remember stuff like that? But now, man, come on, you sign a paper saying, if a man come up and offer me his pickle, I will not be upset and fight. You with your old lady, a man walk up to you and you with your old lady or with a woman, you don't ever walk up to another man and ask me, is it okay if you have sex with the woman? We cover, this can't go no other way. This can't go out to no argument. You got to hurt somebody for asking you something. Because they insult you. Because you're like, so you signed me up and you said, let me walk over here and jump in here and ask, I'm going to walk up to you, man, I want to bang your old lady. That's like, I don't care if I just met her. We've been talking 2 seconds. You see me talking. So to walk up, it's just stuff you didn't cross the line. These young people now, they got lines. Everything go. Years ago, you couldn't do no stuff like that, man. You get yourself killed. Because it's all GP. It ain't about, it's more the fact that it's the disrespect. Right, exactly. But now today, I don't know, man. Everything go crazy now. This is a whole new world, man. That stuff you better not, man. You walk out, go get something, come back, nigga better be moving. Be like this, guy had to say, oh, I thought she was by herself. You had to keep moving, because, God, what up? You good? Man, he said, hey, I thought she was by herself. You keep moving because you seen her by herself. But right there with another man, this where we at, though. And unfortunately, this is society we in because the men are afraid to be men. Then they want you to be too overly masculine. What's all the attention for? Because they mess sisters up. Sisters want you to be soft. And they want guys to wear panties and stockings and leggings. Somebody can get 2 pairs. I don't want mine. If they pass a law, every man got to wear stockings and leggings, some nigga can get 2 of them. I ain't getting mine. I'm breaking the law. I'm not wearing them. I'm not putting no panties on for these folks. I wear drawers. I wear drawers. I ain't going tonight and grab my drawer. I ain't going to come out my white panties. I know I ain't got no ruffles around the edge of my stuff. Isn't that right? Man, that's crazy. I got some roses all on my drawers for. No, we don't have no foolishness like that. You get you some man drawers. And when they real, you have a little hole in down the bottom. Not no big one, that's a little one. But it's good where it's at, because nobody shouldn't be looking. And you get an accident, you cross your leg. They take an animal, you ride with your leg. We don't cross your legs, they leave it alone. I take them out when we get to the hospital. Yeah, them man drawers. Walk around here and he got no bloomers. What a man got? He got a deal on some bloomers. Ain't that right, man? I went there, I got me a nice blouse the other day. A blouse. See, them words, y'all didn't use words. Like we came up, they call it a blouse. A woman didn't wear a shirt, a woman wore a blouse. Yeah, the long hair, you call no one, the one said she had no shirt. Now they can say all that stuff. Shirt, no, it was a blouse. Ain't a woman that wore no shirt like no man. It was a blouse. She wore panties. Isn't that right? Bloomers. They call them bloomers. Look, yeah, that's what they call it. They wasn't it? What a woman talking about no draw? No, they were bloomers. They tell man, a woman hung her draw. You had to hang them somewhere. They tell you, you couldn't hang more bloomers all out there. You had to set them off somewhere. You had nobody, man. They take the clothes. Not them bloomers. I don't want you touching them bloomers. That was sacred. You had to carry that in the car. You take them things. Y'all know what I'm playing. I'll be telling me, I don't touch them bloomers. You come get them. No, I take these bloomers. Get my bloomers from up here. See, now everything done changed now. He ain't now washing them in the bathtub in the sink of the hand with some whisk. You think his old lady, his head drunk, he put them on the panel. Man, messed up now. I'm telling you, the world done gone crazy. We try to build some men and get them back in here, though. And that's right, I'm starting getting some pictures of women and show it to them, a picture of a man. I'm see which one, how they start looking. And he frowned up at the woman. Hurr. I know what's wrong with you. Get you out of here. Not tomorrow, the night. So you see them pictures, you better know how to act. Show him a nigga on with a mustard shirt, he start smiling. Run that nigga right out the door. And then we got to start teaching. It's bad, man. They got all them sight work. I know my grandbaby, she's doing sight work every week. We're going to start doing sight people. Make sure these kids, I'm telling you something. Okay, this is what happened. I try to move on. It's innate in a person, which is just a natural part that a boy will attract to a female, that a female attract to boys. That's innate, okay? What happened now, they've changed the course of things. It was certain things, like when I came along in elementary a couple of years ago, back in the early 70s, late 70s, girls weren't wearing pants to school, they were wearing dresses. When I was in elementary school, they had them with dresses. They wore dresses, skirt. They did that. That's what they wore. They wore the dress, the whole little dress thing, and you wore the two plaits on the side, and you had ribbons on your hair, or bows. So she come into school, first day of school, in pre-K, she got a line up, and the side faded, and she's sagging, and she got a pickle print. Well, her mama took her jean and folded that part and ironed it. So when she stumbled like she got a pickle run down her leg and touch her calf muscle. And pre-K, they'll iron her pants. Well, like you think you in pre-K and you got a pickle come down in your calf muscle? You just done disrupted all that whole year of school. They'll do anything let these folks in here. It's sick. Folks sick. You knew a boy from a girl. I'm telling y'all, when I was elementary, let me tell you what you couldn't do. That boy wouldn't come to school with no pink shirt on. Man, this here, no. They'd be like, ma'am, you done dropped, this boy done got his sister's shirt on. Now, men, you stylishly wear pink and stuff now. No, you couldn't wear pink. Elementary, we couldn't. Man, it took a long time. I was high school and I seen man wear pink, boy wear pink shirt. Like, man, got a pink shirt on some jeans with it, though. It was here. I said, yeah. You waited till Samoan wore it. You didn't want to be number two because it's still on the questioning mark. But it was just stuff like, people don't think nothing about it. Let me tell you something. Man, you couldn't wear no lavender, no fuchsia. All them were girl colors. But now, like, people, we done got comfortable with stuff, you could do it. And now what hurt us, look at how many kids done popped out. They're not comfortable in their sexuality to be doing this stuff. It's too questionable. They too questionable in their behavior to put them in stuff. They just not what they need to be. A boy, everything he was gonna be blue, black. Blue, black, and doo-doo brown. When I come on, they ain't have no light brown, you nigga doo-doo. When you have all them different colors, fuchsia wasn't even a color when I was coming. You remember fuchsia? Man, I had no fuchsia. No light purple. Man, you had purple. They ain't have all that and all of them. No. Something like a yellow. Man, you had yellow, blue, black, green, brown. That's it. These niggas got 84 different in a color. Man, we had a little color. When you bought crayon, it came a little thin little box. You can't have so many colors. Now them just made up stuff. Ice cream color. Yeah, man. Yeah, the thing it'd be 1,000 crayon. Where you got 1,000 color from? They just mixing, making stuff to mess these kids up, man. It's bad, but we had to come back. If we gonna get them back, we got to start sight word with them, showing them people. Isn't that right? Showing stuff with it, crackhead. Crystal man. That's true. Okay. I know it's funny. Let me tell you what happened to these kids. I'm not telling you, they got to know the crackhead too. Crackhead, potential cessor. Once you can't buy it no more, you know what you got to do? I'm from the street. I know what they got to do. I lost a friend. They got on that crack, started messing around that powder, then they start sprinkling on that marijuana. Then they start sprinkling a rock on them. You start smelling that joint, you said, I know that nigga is not smoking no rocks on there. That thing know, he on that glad penal. Joker bumming, that's it. That thing know. You see them joker, sister parked down the street, they walking. Damn, man, you got something? Trying to figure out, you got something? You like, that is it. Yeah, I'm just trying to get something for him. Like, you trying to get something for a sister? Walk back in that thing, they back again for some more. That thing, you know, him and that sister been banging. They can't hold out no longer. You can't keep buying for no sister. You own it, that sister done start got you in a stronger mouth. I don't know how a sister get on crack and still have money. I don't know how a sister get, who paying sisters? I got all these folks here can't get no job, folk heard. I'm about to say you might want to be a sister so you can get your bill paid. Y'all know them sisters always have money. Who paying sisters? I'm just confused how they always got money. That one of them mystery wrapped up in an enigma or something. Always got money. Oh man, they know somebody. Maybe they're probably, I wouldn't do this, but think about it, I wouldn't do it now. You go like lean in one of them doors and hear what they talking about. If that door fall and you fall in that room, boy, it's gonna be a hole in one. I'm just telling you now. They don't think you been golfing. Don't let them sisters catch you listening. Isn't that right? But somebody know, them sisters know something. They know something. I won't want to talk to her. If a sister talk to me, I try to hold my breath. I don't want that gay air in my nose. That's how I be. They be looking like you about to pass out. I'm not finna breathe no sister in my nose. That thing, I really get COVID. I'm not finna breathe that stuff. Let me tell you something. All right. A sister get to talk about, and you be and that stuff get up your nose. You done been with another man. I'm telling you, man, you gotta hold it. Don't hold your breath. You'll be getting weak, but you be like, I held out. When you pass out at night, only thing will be bad, if you pass out and that sissy wake up and say, I got you. I brought you back. You be like, you know them, start breathing out hard as you can, and you just pass out and die again. And try to roll your tongue up back here where it can't blow no more back in. I'm telling y'all now, if I fall out and I can't breathe and I'm leaving, don't let no sister bring me back. Get somebody straight, preferably a woman first. I always get a woman. Any nigga here come by for a second. I'm on the ground. Y'all hoes, get back! I got it. Don't let that nigga give me no mouth to mouth. Trying to fight no women off. Get back! I got it, y'all. You fight that nigga, get him back. Man, you wake up and that sister got your head. That joker stroke you in the back of your head. Cause right in the back of your head, you like, man, as soon as I get strong for him. You talking about, that's just the ultimate hurt. You know what I'm saying? They had a police officer one time. This woman did now, hey, he did, cause that's voluntary for police officer. And I remember years ago, as a friend, she told me, she said, one of them men real tight, she said, listen, she said this, she said, I get a nigga CPR. Tell me what it, she said, can't make it. She said, I stumble their chest up, they ain't gonna make it. She said, I ain't put my mouth down on you. So one of them jumped in the way and helped the lady. Oh, my husband can't breathe. Officer ran, sprung in, gave him out the mouth, brought him back. She told me after that he had AIDS. He sued him, and she was arrested for reckless endangerment. But now ain't nothing now. AIDS ain't nothing now. Folk worry about COVID. These folk been past. These folk, I ain't worried about no sisters. I'm worried about COVID. I'm worried about these sisters. I had COVID twice. I live. You what them sisters put on you, you're not gonna make it. That's just being honest. And I'm on the talking about because, and I'm this way. If you want to be gay, that's your business. I don't want to see it while I'm eating. I don't want to watch y'all holler and scream and talk. It ought to be illegal. Well, my wife, come on, baby, we straight. They can do it right. They always make that extra noise. They can't just shut up. Just be quiet, sisters. Get on one of them dog collars, keep them from barking. Just stay over him, be gay in your corner. You don't have to announce. When Heather said folk got to announce, we Heather said, we straight, we really do it right here. They overdo everything. They make too much of a scene. If you just been quiet, just go on the side, now you done came to the schoolhouse, you got to read a book, in a dress with no drawers on, flashing kid. I blame the parents. I blame the parents. How we got involved? We control the school board. How we got involved? We got sisters got to come, and we got to have homosexual readings. How we even get to the conversation? When did we come to school to have heterosexual reading? And that would be normal. Nobody even thought about that. I need to go to school and read heterosexual to the kids. Nobody think about why would I have to do that? Why wouldn't they be heterosexual? You know what I'm saying? Anytime you had somebody with homosexual, that was odd. You was an oddball. Now all of a sudden you got the sister come to school and got to read to all the kids. No drawers on, leg wide open. Kids on the floor. Tell me who comes, how in your mind, what make you think it's okay that man got a dress on reading a book to kids and all the kids sit on the ground in a chair with their legs on with a dress on, no drawers? I blame the parents. All the parents ought to be arrested. The fact that we don't have enough guts, enough sense to stand and realize this is over with, this is done. We're not having that conversation. I'm not having no conversation with no homosexual on why I can't let you teach my kid to be homosexual. That is a dumb conversation. How do we even get into a point we having that conversation? Teach your own kid. That's right. You can't make none. Right. Why would I be having a conversation on you about, if you would kind of, can you try not to teach them to be so gay? Why would I be having a conversation with anybody about teaching my kid on a level of homosexuality? Any whatsoever. Math, reading, science, health. We went to health. We ain't even getting the vagina and penis. You know what I'm saying? You dealing with the heart, the lungs. Y'all remember that in health? Y'all were talking about penis and vagina in health? Okay, it's a new era. I should have went when you went. But we went. We didn't talk about no stuff. Everything we talk about with your heart, your lung, arteries, stuff like that. Do you remember in health?
They did, but they made it real quick.
Oh, they did?
They let you know before we talk about this, they're like, no giggling, laughing, they was like
real quick. Yeah, it wasn't no intense or, middle school. No, high school, middle school.
Sixth grade, puberty, but it was like real.
Puberty.
Like they made it big.
I think I went to the bathroom. It was so quick, I missed that one. I should go to the bathroom a lot. They probably thought I was going. I don't remember. When I went, if it was, I'm sure it was so quick, I don't even remember it. They might have showed the vagina, but it was like the drawing picture. It wasn't no hair. You know what I'm saying? It was like, with the little tube to the side of it, something like that. It wasn't that you couldn't take it home, masturbated from it. Cause he didn't know what it was. They drew it out. I mean, it was colorful, like it was like, you know what I'm saying, showing you the little tube to the side. You took that home, man, you was sick. You need to be in special ed, man. They ain't putting in no book like that, man. If they showed you the titty, they showed you the, take it off and showed you the inside muscle of it. Nah, you ain't getting no nipple. Man, that's a Playboy book. We would come along. Man, that thing, you put that thing out, that thing been studied, you better mind study together. Page 5 through 36 stuck together. Man, you could have known. No, they had that stuff. We come along. No, all the pages been stuck, and tore up. But I need new text. They had new textbook pretty much probably every session. No, we had stuff like that. You showed the inside of the teddy. And it was pink, you know what I'm saying? It showed you like muscle. Wasn't nothing you can get off on that stuff. And the penis, no, I don't know. They ain't show that. We definitely wasn't looking at no pickles. I remember, we ain't looking at no pickles in school. But that's just, now I don't know what, did they show that in school now? They show y'all the vagina, the penis, see? School, no, they don't have that, but they'll show them two boys bump up, two homosexual, they'll show them bumping gum, but bumping pickle fight. Man, you couldn't have made it back then. They don't show these folks gay film strips and teach you how to be gay. You ain't got to teach nobody. It's natural for a boy to attract to a girl. It's natural for a girl to tell. Leave them alone to see. Right. Leave them alone to see. All that stuff, they can say what they want to. Ain't no kid born gay. It's impossible. It's impossible. They make choices. That's just the dumbest you want to be. You can't know. A boy is born a boy, a girl is born a girl. All that stuff is taught behavior, whether the mother or the father are really impression upon the child, and they don't learn how to set the barriers. Well, the child, you set barriers. No matter what they do, you start letting them know, nope, you need to go with your daddy. Nope, you need to go with your mom. Nope, you don't do it. You said bear. Well, they start doing, well, they want to do it. You just got to let them go in there. Now you mess up. You open too many doors for a child, and them doors don't close. You start opening up, I'm going to let you chew. I ain't going to let you chew nothing. Ain't that right? I let you chew, we go to McDonald's. Ain't that right? You want the cheeseburger, the hamburger. That's how, you ain't going to go get what you want that million. You couldn't do, how many of y'all let them, whatever, some of y'all simple here. We're in the store, there's too much stuff on the menu let a child pick. You narrowed it down. You want a cheeseburger or a hamburger here? Toy or ice cream? Can I get both of them? Toy or ice cream? I kind of want the toy. So give it a try. Now, I ain't say I want it. I said, then you tell them, hamburger, toy, let's go. I ain't got time to fool with you, but I ain't got time to fool with you. So what you don't think happened? Y'all remember that? You don't give a child them options. So how you giving them the option of man or woman? That ain't just two options. Those are worlds you opening up for a child. Those are worlds. You don't open up no two worlds for no kid. You get one world. They're that one world, and they're going to be the one go with you. You got a pickle, this the world you get. You're going to be liking girls. Or you're going to be like homeless. Man, I can't imagine. Listen, they can lock me up. Listen, I'm not finna have no gay boy in my house. Man, see you breathing up on the bottom of that door. You know how some of them doors don't sit all the way up? No. Man, you walking out, your son got your drawer, he got them on his head. And he got the back part in the front. And you know you skid mark every now and then. Then you snatch off his head. He got the back, he got that stain right before you done snatched it off. No, you can't. No, you can't do that, man. You can't do it. No, I can't do it. You got to go. I won't be. I don't feel comfortable. Y'all all right with that? Y'all know how many? I won't feel comfortable. I don't feel comfortable. No, you can't do that. No, you can't do it. You got to teach kids, man. Listen, it's penalties for violation. Why do you think he gave AIDS down here? There ain't no help. That's to help turn a nigga back over to a girl. But no, you can't do no stuff. You gotta, man, the world gotta be corrected. I'm trying to tell you, you get a girl stuff. You make her do girl stuff. You keep working them. You keep culturing them into the behavior. You don't just go get a, no. Man, they ain't come out with Ken for a long time. Girl didn't have nothing but a Bobby. Ain't that right? And she didn't have Bobby to draw her no girl. Bobby would teach her how to be feminine. Bobby had calf muscle, titties set up like carrot. I know because shirt fell on a couple times. So it set up like a carrot. I remember Bobby's shirt sometimes, depending on the outfit, wouldn't sit up on her quite like it supposed to. So it set up like a carrot. She had calf muscle, whole nine, little wave, all that. Smile, had a lipstick, little earring, came out, the necklace had a little, even my house was feminine. She had a saint. She didn't have a saint, she had a saint. She had a pink little car. Everything to teach a girl, this what you want to be like Barbie. Barbie got all this stuff here. Then Ken came on now. Let her know she got her a man. That's how it was. Then that right. Then it came around. I remember it was a big man. Y'all remember that when they came out when Barbie had the baby? They had a stomach. You could pop her stomach off. Yes, they did. There was a big mess behind it. Folk got pissed behind that. They had a little thing so you could pop over, and she had a little baby in her stomach. Man, folk lost it. Right, just amazing how white folk lost it. They were saying, man, what you doing? They were like, they're a couple. They put a baby in the stomach, had a little cap, you pop it off, you take the little baby out. That's why you don't see it. But now you have Barbie and Barbiette. Listen, y'all can say what y'all want to. White folks invent this stuff. Them ain't no nigga toy, them white folk toy. Y'all can say what y'all want to, and black people need to stop being afraid to say it. White folks invent that stuff for homosexual. You can't find me the black group that advocated for a homosexual to come in and read books to our kids. Right. White people, nigga, we don't even go to PTA meeting. Right. No niggas ain't got nothing to do with no homosexual reading in no school. Nigga, kid truancy. Yeah. Kid absent all the time. You know them niggas ain't. What? Your kid ain't been to school. Well, how many school you? 180 days. Your kid 260 days absent. And you don't went to school tomorrow. I want a homosexual to read to my kid. Your kid ain't come to school. You know good well they white folks stuff. They gonna talk, yeah, niggers are the main people homosexual. You buy the dumbest lie that good and well you can. Good and well we don't show no. We don't even know how to register for the PTA. Ain't that right? That thing PTA stand for party time. Ow! Nigga didn't know what PTA stand for party time. Ow! Ow! They got no good well, nigga ain't got nothing to do with no PTA. These niggas just started showing up at PTA right like the late 90s. Man, a little bit of nigga was going to PTA, wasn't even know to add up to nothing. If nigga was showing up in PTAs in the 70s and the city like they supposed to, our school wouldn't have been so depleted. I'm telling you the truth, we went, we didn't know, you just sat there and folk talked. They had a program, then they got up and talked, and all I heard, then everybody give them you go home. You been to the PTA, they were always on Tuesdays. Why the nigga can't move it? Why did it always gotta be Tuesday? That's why a nigga that we'd have been moved. We'd have do it on like a Sunday because they don't want to go to church. And then like Sunday about 8 o'clock? Somewhere between like 8 and 11. That way you say, I want to come to church real. I had to go to the PTA. And at party time, ow! Y'all sick. Isn't that right? Y'all sick. I like it too. That's a good sickness. Isn't that right? We just got to be real. Get out. We need to reclaim our who we are. Our identity, people. Man, you can have pride. Why you can't have pride for being straight? You know, that's crazy. These folks got a crosswalk. Give me a straight crosswalk. I'm going to walk in that. Now, y'all see that? In Atlanta, somebody done went and vandalized the gay crosswalk. Now, listen, the police on it. Atlanta, listen, they done vowed to catch them. They said it's the second, listen, they done marked across the gay cross. Listen, Atlanta chief had vowed to get these people, and now they done tied them and say, you know what? We think they're the same people that robbed the Federal Reserve. How did you tie this crosswalk? If I'm robbing the Federal Reserve, I ain't got time to prep no crosswalk. Ain't no money, no crosswalk. They done vandalized it and we vowed to get them. This is the time Atlanta got the way. Just leave the thing like it is. Just say, let's do this. Get all this out of him, and everybody walk through, no matter what your sex is. Because it's offensive. Why I got to stand here and red light? I got to look at all this homo stuff between him walking. This going to get me hit. I'm trying not to step on nothing. Trying to move up. Bam! Tractor trailer and hit me. Leave the thing. I come along today, you stood here and you waited. You stood a boatload, y'all. Light chain, everybody. Nobody got in the middle of this and lay on the ground, tried to be sick. Nobody care you were straight, black, white. You're crossing the street. Why we got all that extra effort? They waste time. They're time waste. They didn't make me chief police. I and all this stuff. Put that gun in here. What's your problem? Everybody said, I'm tired of this stuff. I had the police, everybody on the corner with a gun. They're in this stuff. Just stop, put it to the temple. We through talking. Ain't got no business. That's not stuff we shouldn't even have going on. Just a waste of doing time. Who I blame? Straight people. Had we stood our ground, and we stand our ground today, a lot of stuff could go. I would tell you, go get your own kids that you made, you created. You teach them homosexuality. You ain't got no business at a higher learning. That's just the danger of somebody selling dope. Why we got signs talking about no drugs allowed here, schools, safe zone? Why it can't be safe for kids to be straight? They had one kid, I'm gonna let y'all go. White, this is how bad, this white kid getting targeted. The white kid, I guess the homosexual said something, and the white kid said something to the homosexual about not calling them by this new pronoun they had. Listen, suspended. Boy come at them. This is the white kid they coming after for them. And I thought the kids jumped on the sister, something happened. He told him, he ain't got to call you that. And he out of school. They don't waste no time with that, man. How many times we been called stuff? Ain't nobody got suspended, kicked out, or nothing. All of a sudden you tell me I don't call you by your homosexual pronoun. I blame heterosexual. These kids out go home and blame their parents. So why you in here trying to whoop my behind by their homework? You need to get your behind up there, that PTA, that party time, ow, and get this changed. Because it don't make no sense. Kids having to go through that foolishness. No gay table. Man, we said you had a cool table, a lame table. There ain't no time for no gay table. You were lame. Go over there and sit. That's all we had. You remember it was just lame. You had to tell you like the cool kid, lames. And that's how it went. You just kept moving. Now the homosexual got all this and flowers and parade going on, all that junk and banners hanging around. I don't know what we got going on. I blame the straight people though. It's the parents' fault. Because parents need to get proactive and get this junk straightened up. What that right here? Maybe we'll finish it. We'll see how it working. All right, we're going to get ready to sound the Cartosa wrong. Before we had a PTA. Ow! Come on. Yo, mighty fat ain't smell. How you know I was going to say turn around and pull out? Start going down early. Let's see. I don't know. We'll see. Well, I think it's a pretty good subject we were talking about. Let's see. Let's finish. Let's see what happens. How much you who will see fit? We'll probably change. We'll see how it work out. Where am I? Romans chapter 15 and 4. Y'all know our foundation. All right. Listen.
For whatever Nikatab before,
For whatever was written before
Nikatab for our Lamed,
was written to show us, to teach us, and to instruct us. Right?
that we through endurance
That going through without giving away.
and Nakum
Console us. That's right. And we're
Of the
looking for a
Kitab.
reward. Of the what?
Kitubim
Of the writings.
might have Tikva.
That's right. Tifa, expected wait, right? That's what we're expected to do, but it's all contingent upon something. Let's go back and look at that Romans again since we left off over there. I don't think we finished. Again, what our goal is to make sure we comprehend the subject matter at hand. Make sure we got an understanding. Hands. Anybody remember what an understanding is? Ryan beat y'all out. Excuse me, you beat out. Go ahead, Ryan. Having the ability. And that's amazing. People, how many of y'all remember being in school or people ask you, did you understand? And we didn't understand what they were asking us. It means having the ability. Do you understand what I'm asking you? I mean, do you have the ability to understand? Getting understanding is the ability to be able to understand. And that's something you have to equip people with. Abilities. When it comes down to the word, you have to be equipped with that. Okay? So that's our goal, to make sure we understand. But in order to understand, what do we have to do? Have an understanding, which is to have the ability. That's right. And the understand is the what? Comprehend the intent. That's how it goes. Y'all smart. Let's see what it tells you at Romans 10 and 1. Listen.
Akeem, my love, desire, and
Akeem
Palal
is the plural, is the Abari word, and the king Ak is short for, well, is the short of just a singular brother. Isn't that right? Which is a strong brother when you're Ak. Akeem would be plural for brethren. He said the will of my law, and what do we say will was? It's similar to a desire in a sense. What do we say will was? Expressing a request. Isn't that right? That's amazing, because when you write a physical, when you write out a paper will, that's actually what you're putting down, what it is that you actually want. So desire could feel into that same aspect, having desire. That's what you want. You say, I, Tony Smith, being of sound mind. I had to state that first would mean, how many of y'all know what sound means? One person, two people, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, Ian, raise your hand. What is sound? He said, why you pick me? All them grown people hand up. Now I'm see, when you put your hand up, you got to have an answer. Let's show them what sound is. Sound is something firm. We're not talking about sound, just a noise. So when you're saying, I so such and such who I am, being of a sound mind, you're actually saying that you're firm, that your mind not waiting. Sound, vibration, the area of distance within which something sound produced by continuous, no broadcasting. The distinctive quality of the music, no, the thing that can be heard. Informal music, especially, no. Emit or cause to emit sound, give an audible test, the lungs, no, convey a specific impression when heard, no. The something, test, ideal expression, music, broadcasting, no. Okay. Put sound, yeah, good. I'm going to say that sound mind. Sound mind, the memory refers to the person's state of being at the time of making their will. A sound mind and memory means the person has sufficient mental capacity to understand their actions. That's what we're looking at. So being sound. That makes a difference. Otherwise, it's void. Your will is void. It's important to realize people make that. We heard them all the time. They would start out, I, whoever I am, being of a sound mind. You know why? That's what they say. That means you understand what you're doing at the time when you expressed it. So he ain't going to believe it. Yahuwah had a sound mind when he had this conveyed. He conveyed this. He made sure his mind was, he was firm. He was solid in what he meant. And what happened, everybody else must not believe it because people are not doing it. He expressed what his desire was. Y'all got it? Let me see. Y'all got this yet? Something. Saying it went the wrong way. Y'all got it? How many y'all still writing? Oh, everybody got it? Oh, okay. Oh, well, Lord D. Dar. Let's go back. Let's see something. Since we looked at will, and we talked about the will, let's see something. See if that 1 Thessalonians 4 and 7. 1 Thessalonians 4 and 7. Since we start off in Romans 10 and 1, he talked about his will. Let's see what happened. Let's see. Go ahead, listen.
For who maketh thee to differ from another? And what hast thou that thou didst not receive? Now if thou didst receive it, why dost thou kabood?
Where you at in 1 Corinthians?
1 Corinthians.
Yes. 1 Thessalonians. I had to pay, trying to find where it was. I know you want to read what I called out. All right. Because you hadn't received it. I don't know why I was down reading it. Shaul was talking about a division they had. Okay. So tell for this is the will of Alahym. Should be Ephesians 4 and 3. Oh, back up. 4 and 3. 4 and 3. Yes.
For this is the will of Alahym,
Y'all hear this? What happened?
even your Kodash, that ye should abstain from Zanuth,
What happened? Listen what happened.
that every one of you should know how to possess his vessel in Kodash and Kabod.
You see that? This is his will. And what do we say? Let's look at what will means again. So our goal is to make sure that everything more or less parallels together, that we have an understanding about what it is he wants us to do. And that's why he put a teacher here, to make sure someone's able to give you the ability to understand. You can see the need of having a teacher. Having a moray is the actual word for teacher. Moray, not lummy. You guys will say lummy is a teacher, but it's actually not. Look at a moray. It's actually what it is. Okay? So, expressing the future tense. Okay? Expressing a request, expressing facts about ability or capacity. Expressing probability or expectations about something in the present. So when he's telling you about this is the will of Alahym, that's what he's doing. He's expressing you what he wants done. And he don't want it done sometime in the past. He wants it done now in the present. He wants to move toward this. Then we tell us this is the will of Alahym, then we understand he's expressing to us what he desires. I think when we understand these words for what they mean, it gives us a better understanding on how we should perceive it or how we take it. You know what I'm saying? It puts more of a value. It's almost like putting commas with numbers. You know what I'm saying? The value of it changes, right? Depending when you put a comma in, because you're adding something else to give it more validity or more value. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we look at when we look at this is the will of Alahym, even your kudash, being separated. That's an intent. He's always had a intent that you should be separated. When he made Adam, he was separated. He was Kudash. That's why he put him in the gun. He put him somewhere. He favored. Isn't that right? And when you do things that Alahym requests of us to do, all right, or Mark commands us to do, okay? So some things are asked, some things are demands. So he put him somewhere where things favored him. The reason why we're out here, and it's important to know that, because what we try to do is we try to justify a lot of things we don't quite understand. Things are not favorable to us where we're at. But in the midst of it, he still shows us to concede. We got people that can't get jobs, people that can't pay their bills, people that are homeless. We have people that are dying from diseases. Y'all got it? We got people, I mean, you got on every end you can name, we have large amount of people that are dealing with these, you know, with these attributes or these things that's happening. Yet, still, he tends to show us that we still are being kept in the midst of it. Y'all got it? With everything going on, that's not our testimony. They got food, they got people in food. I remember riding by in the height of COVID. I remember cars lined up in food lines. I never been on the food line. Never been in it. And all I would think about was, what was going on with these people, the reason they was in the food line? And they were waiting. I'm talking about cars line. They had the police out here to direct traffic. It was so many people in line waiting, and they giving them by. I know some con, but some of these people in need. You know what I'm saying? There are people in eviction, foreclosed, the whole nine. Fortunately, he hadn't allowed that to happen, so he showed us that we're in the midst of things, I can still give you con, give you favor. Y'all got it? And I'm appreciative. But when you look at Adam and others, he put them in a place where things favored them. I mean, it just favored them. It was never a reason for them to be hungry, because everything that was good was there. You worked in being good, favored me. That's why you here. So, let me see. All things work together for the good of them that are hard. So, this is what you look at. The reason why the trees are still here and the grass is still here, why? Because they worked toward his tube. That's what they looked at. Everything made, he said, was good. That's why I allowed it to keep existing. With man, he allowed man to go and he wiped man out. You know, he moved him off, he allowed man to go, but he still allows man to keep going, to give him an opportunity to try, let's resolve this indifference we have. Now, man hadn't recognized it yet, because man been comfortable doing his own thing and not recognizing what he's trying to get him to do. Even though this is in a English dialect and writing, we could look up these words and get a better understanding of what he's trying to ask us to do from an English standpoint. Like will, I'm thinking about will, just kind of keep going. I want to know this is something that he expresses that he wants. This is what I want. So if I'm committing fornication, but I want to be saved, What's the problem? Goes against his will. That's not what he wants. See, I don't think it's anybody that say they don't want to be saved. It's just people have given up on the plan of salvation simply because they hadn't understood what it is he wants. Some things sound irrational. I mean, come on, everybody do it. Who lives like they did back then? So we might as well go back to the Stone Ages. See, people always take things and make it drastic. Now, people who already on the edge, it makes sense. Man, that's the truth. Then nigga don't drive no car, don't cut on no lights. You know, good and well that's stupid. Makes absolutely no sense. Man has evolved from that. Yet the word has still remained the same. You can drive a car and not commit no sin. They ain't have no car. I got to drive and see holes. No, you don't have to. People make excuses. You know what I'm saying? So it was easier for them because they didn't have things. I don't know why people didn't wear as much as we got on. The men didn't have no drawers. He only made them start putting on drawers because when the Kohan would go up, the minister, he would go up. He said, put on some drawers. They could see his nakedness. The people down, he was going up. You could look right by him like, oh, goodness. Isn't that right? They thought he was Asian. They thought he hung low. That's another, don't worry about it. That's extra. Yeah, they're like, Kohan hung low. So that's how Chinese people got him. So if I put on drawers, Chinese people still been populated. So all these things that people did, they were more, you gotta figure back then, you know, people more, somewhat gonna be a little more event. Now you can put on more stuff than what people got now than what people could afford. Nobody walking around no 50 sheets of no camel skin on. Telling that stuff, you gotta do all that walking, getting musted all up. Ain't that right? So that's what I want to do. Expressing a request, expressing facts about ability or capacity. So I like this. He was expressing facts about an ability because he told you this is the will of Alahym, that you should abstain from fornication. What we say? I'm struggling. It's hard for me. I can't do it. So his will was expressing an ability we had. That makes a difference. Because I mean, people argue themselves out or losing themselves out of doing things that they feel like you can't do it. These are choices. Everything you do is a choice. Why you can't? Why is it you don't smoke crack? They said, well, I don't have a desire. I never had a desire for it. Because you hadn't indulged in it. You've indulged into something, and now he's telling you, now you got to come back and you got to withdraw yourself from it. And it's hard on you because that's something you've done and you've been accustomed to doing because nobody ever laid down the law to you. I'm talking about the Torah. So now when the Torah comes in, it fights against everything your body been used to doing, like what it want to do. Isn't that right? It brings you to a restriction. And this is what he's trying to get us back to, in order to get us an understanding so you can see the end for what you see people doing that looks like it's okay, ain't okay. It's coming to a halt on them. Man, listen, anybody who don't live for some period of time, you know the world ain't nothing like it used to be. That seems like like a figment of your imagination. Go somewhere and no mask. Y'all remember the day when who would even thought about a mask? Only time you had a mask on, you were painting. Nobody wore that junk. Now, mask required. You go to mask required, mask, 6 foot, got to stand 6. And then nigga can't count. Nigga right up on another nigga sitting way back there by the door. Yeah, trying to stay 6 foot. Nigga, that's 600 feet. That's just terrible. The stuff we dealing with, what we're doing has changed the whole. Never seen a time kid be out of school that much. You can't, perfect attendance is impossible. That's impossible. You're going to get COVID probably at least 3 times a year. So it's just one of the things we just constantly living with, and it's getting worse and worse. And people at one point people just feel like giving up. If you're not going to get out of it, they feel like, what's the point of living? Now you got to deal with the monkeypox, and if you're a straight man, you come on monkeypox, it's going to be hard to convince people you're straight. Now that's going to take a lot of men out. That's going to be dangerous. I'm telling you, man, you'll say, I'm going to get an elbow pad. This skin is, it's bad. You're going to have to do it. They forcing us away from them. These straight people, let these homosexual lovers, go ahead and hit them and get that stuff. Go on, pop around all that junk around your mouth. Go on and pop. That guy saying, man, that joke look like one of them breakfast cakes was on his nose. Man, I don't know what these folks think about. That stuff disgusting. Disgusting. Okay? All right, come on, let's go back. First Thessalonians. Hold on for a minute. Listen to tell that every one of you should know how to possess his vessel in kudash. They put sanctification and in honor, which is kabul. So now he said that every one of you might not know. There's a chance. He said that every one of you should know, which means he's expressing the will because he knows this is your ability, that you know how to do this, and it should be in honor, not just kept and set. Because you could be. Remember, kudash is not just something clean. Something unclean could be kudash. He gonna put the. All right, when he come, he gonna separate the sheep from the goat. The sheep are considered to be two. The goats are considered to be rosha. So if he put the sheep on one side, what are they? If he put the goats on one side, what are they? That's right, they're kodash, but this is in a bad manner. That's why he tried to tell you in kabul, because somebody he know is always a smart nigga who gonna try to come. Well, I mean, which way he come out kabul? I mean, cause kodash is it could be either way. So he tell her go ahead and bang. No, that's why he told you in an honor. In honor will kill that out. I appreciate the way he thinks. Because he know we always trying to get, if you leave something to the imagination, you'll have more arguments on which Kadash. But the fact that he said, and in honor. It's not honorable for a woman to be a whore. So you know that. You know what? A prostitute is considered Kadash. Hello? All right, let's see. So, and in honor, not in the passion of lust, which is that strong sexual desire, like the who? Goyim, Gentile, that know. See that? So that's how you know the difference. Look at them and look at you. He said, I don't want you to be like them. They lust overtake them from logic. So he told you not like them. He said that's what the other Goyims do. And they know not Alahym. Listen.
That no ish go beyond and defraud his eye.
To overreach. Nor what is God? Circumvent his king, his brother, in business, because
that the Adon is the avenger of all such.
See that? Because Yahuwah is going to avenge you for these things. See, we have to look at that too in business. Pay that phone bill. And all things as we have told you.
And testified.
But he said before. And testify. So this ain't the first time. He also tying you up. Because our law teacher that at the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses what? He said, let every word be established. He said, I told you before. And now he said, I'm testifying again. And people didn't realize he just tied you up. I just throw the phone bill like that. That's on any matter. They now should defraud each other in business. Because he know we're going to do business. Hello? That's just being honest. He said, no one you should defraud your brother. And in he said, Yahuwah said he's going to avenge you. Hello? Yahuwah is the avenger of all such. So this don't just teach us, like people think, he'll start talking about business. Because the book actually teaches us the Sefer, the scroll, teaches us not just how to operate in here, it teaches us how to operate outside of just hearing the debar. It teaches us how to do business. Because that's going to be a thing that's going to come up. We got to know how to do these things. So the book comes on and teaches us how to be just in our dealings. He said, no one you go and defraud. Let's see what defraud means. Because somebody heard it. The first thing you know what they said? Sigmund. Sigmund defraud. Defraud. Illegally obtain money from someone by. That's tight. Make sure we get stuff now. Be right. So that's all that business. You got to teach that too. It's in there. You said, why would you put it in there? Because people will do it. Unless you teach them differently. He said that you sit around and you do it wrongfully. Illegal for us is the way he told us. Just do it the way I told you to do it. If you don't do it the way I told you, then it's going to be illegal. Y'all got it. It's not within the confines of the Torah. Illegally obtain money from someone by deception. Okay? Swindle, cheat, rob, deceive, dupe. Well, said, man, I've been duped. I know he's saying duped. Hello? Y'all know who else tried to tell about dupe? Huh? Something about the name Jesus. Dupe. Doop-a-doop. They would dupe. See, they would dupe you. Yo, 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 yo. Dupe. Doop, 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 doop. Now they were trying to tell you, y'all remember that song? Something about the name Jesus. Oh, duh, duh, duh. And with duping you. He told you, it is the sweetest name. See, he duped. He told you he was duping you coming on. Dupe, 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 dupe. All right, trying to help y'all out. Man tried to tell you before he told y'all about it, he was duping you. Man wasn't doing was swindling and cheating you the whole time. Somebody got to go home. Now they got to go take their CD out of their and take out their play. I know. Somebody still got that thing on there. They got it on play. I know they got it. So when they go, they're like, I'm going to play that tonight, head home. So they want to make sure we won't defraud. Come on, we can go back. What's the next one right quick? We'll go back to Romans right quick. Listen.
For Alahym hath not called us unto uncleanness, but unto Kadash.
See that? He let us know something we do, he designated not to be the right way to do things and not a clean act. See, everything about Yahuwah is about purification. It's about cleanliness. It's not about a cleanliness. So that's what we try to look at about the way we're trying to go. See, the things we do, that's true. You see, Alahym had not called us unto uncleanness, but unto, that's right, Kudash. He called us to be Kudash, called us to be separated. Yeah, right? In a clean way, in the right way. Let's see what he told us. Therefore,
he therefore that despiseth not Ish, but Alahym.
well, he asked, well, for the Latin said, who despiseth these things. All right, that despiseth these things, despiseth not Ish, but Alahym, who is also given his Ruach HaKadosh, well, I'm sorry, his Kudash Ruach in us. Kudash is the word, not holy. Spirit is Ruach. Isn't that right? Which is like the wind. That's how they understood it, like the wind. Okay, it's a force in us. He said that's who they actually despise. Okay? So these are things we want to try to make sure we're mindful of when the word comes. Because there'll be things that's going to be spoken, things said that's going to be, it's going to go against how you feel. It's going to go against the way you process things, the way you do things, the way you want to do things. But you got to be mindful of when you do that, you got to make sure it don't arouse you into you becoming you despise. Can we let them see what despise is? Because people will think they don't do it and the whole time you don't know the word. How you know you don't? You don't know the definition. All the way to make sure you're not doing something is to know what it is. That is, you can assume you ain't doing something, then you find out, you know what, the whole time I didn't know I was doing it because you didn't know the word or you didn't know the meaning of the word. Okay? Let's see, despise. Feel contempt or a deep repugnance for. Now that helped us a lot. Let's look up repugnance. That really got deep. That's that girl who had that long hair that time. Remember that? And they need to climb up in the window. Repugnance, repugnance. Let down your hair. Y'all remember that story? Yeah. Intense disgust. That girl right there. Now you could have went up on her hair if you want to, but the girl was disgusting. To the fifth power. So that's what they say. It's an intense disgust, and that's what I want to make sure we're mindful of about this. We ask about despising. Okay. Feel contempt or deep repugnance for. All right. All right. We'll come back. So that's what we want to make sure when we hear these things, we know what we're supposed to do. Let's go back to Romans right quick. I'm trying to get y'all up. Try to get us up to date. I just want to make sure we kind of understand these words, and we cut the air back on a little bit, because I know it ain't my blood pressure, not as of yesterday. It's really hot on these lights. Y'all not going to use blood pressure every time to cook people now. You check your blood, you know low blood will do the have you cold too now. Yeah, man, ain't got no iron. Get you some iron, man. I'm going to go out on them scrap metal yard and get you one of them rims. We talked about that. Alahym, the will of my law. We talked about that, right? We said the will was desire, express his desires of your ability to do. Mm-hmm. Anyone we looked up of your ability to do? So listen, Alahym, the will, which is expressing the desire or the ability to do of my law indeed and my palau, which is asking the Alahym, is for them unto Yeshua, which is salvation. For I bear them witness that they have a zeal. What did we say a zeal was?
Enthusiasm.
Great energy or enthusiasm of Alahym in pursuit, but not according to knowledge. And we said knowledge was, we know we said range of information. What is it? Facts, information. That's right. Facts or experience acquired by education or experience. So that's what he's looking at. Not, of course, so they didn't have the experience, right? So this is what we try to make sure we don't have. We have a zeal in a lot of sense, but we got to make sure. And one thing he told them about zeal, hands. What did he tell them? What it was about that? That's what he said. He said that zeal had eaten them up. Their energy or what they went for. We're trying to make sure that we have knowledge. We want to make sure that we have knowledge in our consumption, but not according to knowledge. Let's see what they did. The reason he's talking about their knowledge. 3, listen.
For they, being ignorant of Alahym Sadiq,
And he just put not knowing the justice of Alahym. And
going about to establish their own Sadiq,
went about to do their own.
have not submitted themselves unto the Sadiq of Alahym.
Let me see. So let me see. Let's see. See if that's Yeshayahu 30. Let me see if it's 30 and 1. Come to my mind. Let me see. Yeshayahu they call Isaiah. Let me see that what I want. Ooh. Go ahead.
Woe to the rebellious Benin, saith Yahuwah, that take
Apostate
counsel.
children. They use apostate. That's going to be the same. Let's see what he called. Let's see what the definition of apostate. You got to come out. O for E. A person who renounces a religious or political belief or principle. That's different than just rebellion. Y'all see that? A person who renounces a religious or a political belief or principle. Apostate. Close to the apostle, isn't it? Okay? Non-conformist. They use that a lot now. Y'all got that? A person who renounces a religious or a political belief or principles. Okay? So he called them apostate and not just rebellious, which they'll go against as well. Let's go. But amazingly, the Greeks and the Latins agreed on apostate versus rebellion that James used. Okay? Listen.
That take counsel, but not of me,
Oh, who have framed counsel, not by me,
and that cover with a covering, but not of my ruach,
to do what?
that they may add kata to kata.
Kata'im to kata'im. They're increasing in their sinning. Okay, this is the thing we're looking at. The reason why we're looking at that, because we're starting to look at these people taking the counsel, the recommendation. That's why we came up with he looked at, based off of what he told us. Let's see what he told us at verse 2.
That halak to go down into Mizraim, and have not asked at my paw,
See that? They went to go down to Mizraim to inquire. But what happened?
and have not asked at my paw,
Let me see, he said, hold on, proceed to go down to Mizraim, but they have not inquired of me, that they may be helped by Pharaoh and protected by the Mizraim, the Mizraites, all right? That's what he's looking at, the Mizraites. These people went. And the reason why we went here, who know why? Tell me why, Bishop. They didn't do what? No, he talked about they being
At their
ignorant
own.
of. So those people didn't. So for apostate, this might be a little different because these are people that just kind of renounced. These are people that pretty much just kind of renounced and gave up. You got it? So these people more or less just quit and gave up the belief. Now he talked about Yasharal. He talked about how Yasharal had a zeal, but it wasn't according to knowledge. He said with them being ignorant of Alahym's Sadiq, they gone about to establish their own, and then they had not submitted themselves unto the Sadiq of Alahym. So we can also find something else that we'll use a little more that we might remember at the 12th chapter of the book of Mal-Akim. First Mal-Akim, First King, they call it chapter 12. Aleph Mal-Akim 12:1. Listen.
And Rehoboam went to Shechem, for all Yasharal were come to Shechem to make him Malak.
See that? They all came down to make him Malak. Verse 2 was omitted.
And it came to pass, when Jeroboam the ben of Nebat, who was yet in Mizraim, Shammah of it, for he was fled from the presence of Malak Shalomah, and Jeroboam dwelt in Mizraim.
But here, the Greeks said they omitted this text. So go down to 3. Listen.
That they Shalak and Kara him, and Jeroboam and all the Adah of Yasharal came and spake unto Rehoboam, saying, Thy Abba made our yoke grievous. Now therefore make thou the grievous service of thy Abba, and his heavy yoke which he put upon us lighter, and we will serve thee. And he said unto them, Depart yet for 3 yamim, then come again to me. And the arm departed.
And they departed.
And Malak Rehoboam consulted with the Anashim that stood before Shalomah his Abba while he yet Kai, and said, How do ye advise that I may answer this arm?
Well, no, he asked the old men. Come on.
And they spake unto him, saying, If thou wilt be a abad unto this arm this yom,
If you'll serve this people,
and wilt serve them, and answer them, and speak to Dabarim to them,
speak good words.
then they will be thy abadim alone.
He said, then there'll be your abadim, there'll be your servants. Continually. Come on.
But he forsook the counsel of the Anashim, which they had given him, and consulted with the young Anashim that were grown up with him, and which stood before him. And he said unto them, What counsel give ye that we may answer this arm, who have spoken to me, saying, Make the yoke which thy Abba did put upon us lighter? And the young Anashim that were grown up with him spake unto him, saying, Thus shalt thou speak unto this arm that spake unto thee, saying, Thy Abba made our yoke heavy, but make thou it lighter unto us. Thus shalt thou say unto them, My little finger shall be thicker than my Abba loin.
Okay. Come on. 11.
And now, whereas my Abba did lay you with a heavy yoke, I will add to your yoke. My Abba hath chastised you with whips, but I will chastise you with scorpions. So Jeroboam and all the arm came to Rehoboam the 3rd yom, as the Malak had appointed, saying, Come to me again the 3rd yom.
Yeah.
And the Malak answered the arm roughly, and forsook the old Anashim counsel that they gave him,
Yeah.
and spake to them after the counsel of the young Anashim, saying, My Abba made your yoke heavy,
Yes.
and I will add to your yoke. My Abba also chastised you with whips, but I will chastise you with scorpions.
Yes.
Wherefore the Malak Shammah not unto the arm, for the cause was from Yahuwah.
Y'all see that? He would not listen. He would not do what they wanted. And it told you why. Because the cause was from the Yahuwah. That
He might perform his saying, which Yahuwah spake by Ahijah the Shilonite unto Jeroboam the ben of Nebat.
who remember what he told him? Him. Oh, Karen. Tell him what he told him. He should have took his clothing off his back. You say he took it from around his loins? Who been teaching you? No, I ain't taught you about he took out that man's loins. No. He took the coat off the man's back. And he took it and he ripped it. And he made him, and he ripped it, and he took one part. He took out 3. And he took the other ones he gave. He took 2. No, he took out more than that. He kept one and that's what he gave to him, which was Yehuda. Yehuda the only one that claved to him. Then later you'll find Benjamin them came along later. But Yehuda who claved to him first. That's the one that stayed. The other one he tore him into more than one part. He gave them to him. And they know he was going to tear the best of Yasharal. And so now why this is important for y'all, the reason why, and we go back and look at how he changed. So the arm, because the change was from the Yahuwah, that he might establish his word, which he had spake to Ahijah, the Shilonite, is how they concerning Jeroboam, the Ben of Nebat. So what happened to Yasharal? Reason they didn't acknowledge it? Because they were ignorant. First of all, when he said that, they weren't there. Why would they know it? He met him in a way, and he took the coat off his back and he ripped it up. And he told him he kept one part for Yehuda. Why would Yasharal know that? That meant they would have been ignorant of Alahym Sadiq and had gone about. Let's see what they do. How about that? Let's see the next verse. Listen.
So when all Yasharal saw that the Malak shama not unto them,
when they saw that this was the word of Yahuwah,
the answered the Malak, saying,
what did they say? This is the word of Yahuwah.
What portion have we in Daoud?
No, listen.
Neither have we inheritance in the ben of Yashi.
Of Yashi,
To your tents, O Yasharal. Now see to thine own bet, Daoud. So Yasharal departed unto their tent.
That's why he tore it. And he gave him only one part. Only people going to stay there was going to be Yehuda. Yehuda claved to him. That's what they ripped and gave one part and let him know this is the part going to stay with him. See, this was the word of Yahuwah. The reason Yasharal left, because they were ignorant. If I don't know, why am I going to stay? What you're saying don't make sense. And I'm trying to get y'all to understand, when we try to blame people, say, oh, Yasharal was so foolish, Yasharal was so stupid. No, Yasharal was just like you. They didn't know. Why would I know? I asked you a simple thing to do, and you tell me you ain't going to do it. I had no idea it was of Yahuwah. Don't you know if these folks know they wouldn't have left? 1 Corinthians chapter 1. Say that 2 Corinthians chapter 1. Say that verse 6. Let's see. This 2 Corinthians 1. Say the 2. 2 and 6. Let me move him, bro. 1 Corinthians? Okay, 1 Corinthians 2 and 6. Let's see what he told us. See if it makes sense. Listen, make it up 5. 5 be good. Listen.
That your Amunah should not stand in the wisdom of Anashim, but in the power of Alahym.
Okay, listen.
Howbeit we speak wisdom among them.
That's what they do. They speak wisdom among them that
are Talmim,
that are complete.
Yet not the wisdom of this Alam.
So it's not the wisdom of this concerning the Arats, neither
nor the Sarim of this Alahym
nor of the rulers of this alone
that come to naught,
that come to nothing.
but we speak the wisdom of Alahym
How?
in a mystery,
What did we say a mystery was? Hand. That's a good hand. Some people's hand is their lips. That's right, a hidden truth. That's what he said. They were speaking a hidden truth. Listen what happened.
even the hidden wisdom which Alahym ordained before the Alahym unto our Kabul,
See that? He ordained it to our Kabul. Listen.
which none of the Sarim of this Alahym knew.
Oh, listen.
For had they known it,
Tell them what happened.
they would not have crucified the Adon of Kabul.
Not only that, had they known it, they'd have never walked off. Because it was hidden from them. See, that's why it's so important for us to make sure we get this education. Because there's a lot of things that have been kept from us. We just assumed to know or felt like we knew, but we coming back to understand there's a lot of things we didn't know. And he purposely kept it from us, and now he come to reveal it to us, Kazum, when he does it, it makes us now become more alert about things that we didn't think nothing about. But I don't know how many times I read that they being ignorant of God's righteousness as a Christian, Alahym righteousness as Sadiq, as you know, as we transform into our our first conversation, which is new for us because we didn't have it, we lost it. To come back to make you look at things differently. They didn't know. That's why they went about to establish their own. The same way they did when they just told them. They only came there because they was going to appoint him Malak. His Abba had died. We already know the Ben is automatically next in reign. So they only came there because we're looking at, hey, you our next guy. You it. And no hands down. We only came here so everybody got the consensus that you're going to reign over us. If you be so kind, could you try to not be as rough as your dad was? But when he went to ask the young men of their council, the young men told us, no, keep it tight on them. Make it hard on them. Let them know your little finger going to be thicker than your father's whole loin. And they say, you know what? We outie. We ain't Mercedes, we ain't BMW, we outie. Y'all got it. They let them know. Isn't that right? I got it. They said, we can pay, so we definitely ain't, well, it could have been afford, but you can pay for it. Don't worry, that's a whole nother conversation. But anyway, they were out there. They left. And it was only because they were ignorant that this was Alahym's right, that his word will still be established. This is something that we need to be careful about. And the reason why it's important, how many times you hadn't thought about things happening and you looked at the condition of what you was going through more than looking at what's the will of Alahym? So what do? Escape it. Get out of it. I ain't fooling with it. I'm done. Don't make sense to me. And it don't make sense because we're ignorant of his right. Like they're saying, now another word, they use another phrase for saying ignorant. They didn't know. Sometimes we say ignorant. See, y'all wrong with ignorant. And first thing we put with ignorant is what's the next word? Stupid. Never told us that. He told you they didn't know. They weren't there to see when the bar came up and took the man, cut off and tore it and split it into pieces and told him, you take this and one piece I'm keeping. They knew that. They would say, okay, we're going to have to wait this one out. He finna make us suffer, but it's finna be for our benefit. They looked at, we ain't got time, I ain't finna, and then you said it's going to be worse than this? Who ain't leaving? I'm gone. That's the most logical thing to do. But that's why when you look at your logic, you got to consider what's the will of Alahym. That's why I'm telling you it's important for us to consider. When we're going through things, it's easy to give up, quit, and want something different versus let me see what the will of Alahym is. That's the benefit. Yasharal could have saved himself a whole lot of trouble had they knew the will of Alahym. You know how much trouble we all could have saved ourselves we knew what the will of Alahym is? People say, well, I mean, I know the difference between right or wrong, not to the extent that we should have known it. That is. A lot of people do. I mean, people get arrested and they get guilty. They feel guilty, conviction later. They know that stuff actually wind up getting that bad. They know it that serious. They be like, if I'd known that, I wouldn't even done it. It's costly, it's troubling, consuming, it's too much time for my family. I'd have never done it. That's the detriment when you're going through here and not having understanding. This is your soul. Everything plays a part that you do. Every interaction has a reasoning behind it. You have to think that. You're thinking too much. Why are you thinking everything has a reason? It's like the book. It's got things that when you read it, it's like, I don't get it. I'm trying to get to what we say. I want to get to the substance. What we call that? the meat. Isn't that right? Because I don't want no potato. But that's what make what we call a full course meal. Can you have a full course meal with just meat? They'll tell you gotta have your starch. You gotta have your 2 starches, 3 meat. That's what we holler, a full course meal, right? So when you get the book, it's a full course meal. So now we gotta sit down and you gotta consume it all. And so when he started to tell us certain things, it's for a reason to teach us on not being so quick and so rash to move and to fight and complain we're going through something, because this could very well be the will of Alahym. And what you be fighting out of, you could be establishing your own righteousness. I'm telling you, it's dangerous to just sit down and just learn a couple of verses, a couple of chapters, and just run. Just knowing the book ain't enough. It's having the understanding. You know what I'm saying? Having the ability to understand when things happen. Shaul said he learned how to be hungry and be full. What's the purpose of telling he learned how to be full? Who don't know how to be hungry? Hungry come. What's the difference learning how to? Because sometimes it ain't about eating. It's about waiting. Why Yahushua didn't eat after 40 days? All he had to do was jump straight to eat. He had to learn something. He had to learn something. Sometimes we might look at just jumping into something, and we've been in something long enough, but he said, I learned how to be hungry, and I learned how to be full. He said, I learned how to be exalted, and what else?
A base.
You know why he going to learn how to be a base? Hands. Come on. He got stoned to death, near death, and what they taught him? Do what? Come on, Ryan, we ain't got time, man. Don't you ever raise your hand no more and try to answer your own question and get your own caboose. That man gonna answer a question before he said, I'm guessing from, I ain't asked you to be guessing, I want the answer. Go ahead, what do you use? Another man praising when you're a bass? I got carried from. How many of y'all say, hold on, and hold on, this is powerful. I got 2 preachers I got 2 preachers and but you gonna battle an apostle? There's Bishop Apostle. he got all kind of stuff under him. You got care of him. What you got, care? He got it from Yahushua? How? He had to descend first before he ascend. He said, I learned how to be exalted. I learned how to be a base. What about Alahym? He asked him, he told him, how thou fallen. Don't try to know. You using the 4th chapter of the book of Ephesians when he told that he that ascended first descended. We'll talk about when he asked him how. No, he asked him how did he fall. He asked him, why would he ask him how did he fall? Yes. That is dangerous. How could you raise your hand if I answer a question?
I was going back to preach. I know you can ask a new question. Oh, but to answer that question, because he knew he was up.
That's why you would ask how did he fall. If I see a man on the ground, if he always been down there, I ain't gonna ask how he fall. That's where you always been. I seen you up. That's why I'm asking how did you get down. So Shaul said he learned how to be exalted. He learned how to be a base. See, all these things, then he's saying what sort of a state I'm in, he learned what? And you know why he learned to be content? Because you'll go back and look at what Yasharal, they weren't content. They looked at it, they wasn't taking it. He ain't doing it to me. He could beat on somebody else. I ain't his child. I ain't the one. I'm telling you, I'll go crazy if somebody put their hand on me. And that's what you're, and you ignorant of Alahym Sadiq. That's what happened to us. You be ignorant of Alahym Sadiq, and then you go on the stuff. If I say I ain't gonna take it, he ain't gonna do it to me, and this the will of Alahym, then what have I done? I'm going to set my own up. That's what I'm doing. I'm gonna put my own up because I'm not going to. Why do y'all think them people walked off from him? That's right. They say I ain't doing it. You know what they said? I'll submit and he do what I want him to do. You treat me exactly how I want to be treated. You talk me the way I want to be taught to, and you give me what I want. That's what they did. And you ain't gonna believe it. That's how you serve. Because you ignorant of Alahym Sadiq. You ignorant of Alahym Sadiq, so what do you do? Ain't gonna talk to me like that. You ain't think he my dad or something? First by Naba 5:1. They call it 1 Timothy 5:1. They're tight. Let's see what he tell them. They call it 1 Timothy. Barnabas, born of the Nabal. All right, come on.
Rebuke not as a con, but entreat him as a Abba.
What that mean? Since I'm in my 20s, which I supposed to treat me like a brother? Told you rebuke not an ancient, an elder, but entreat him as a what?
Abba.
It's tight. See it 12:1 right quick of the book of Abari. They call Hebrews. Y'all hear that? Rebuke not an elder man, an ancient. He said, but entreat them as an Abba, as a father. Let's see what he said. Abarim, they call it Hebrews. Let's do 12:1 right quick. I know it reads different, the Latin versus how they write in the other. Let's see. Listen.
Wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the kata which doth so easily beset us, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us.
He's saying the fight purpose to us. Come on.
Looking unto Yahusha, the author and finisher of our Amunah,
Listen.
who, for the Shusha that was set before him, endured the toot, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of Alahym.
Who having joy set before him, enjoyed the cross, endured the cross, despising the shame, and now sitteth on the right hand of the throne of Alahym. Let's see.
For consider him that endured
But think
such
diligent
contradiction
upon him that endured such opposition from Kataim sinners. Where were these sinners?
against himself, lest ye be wearied and faint in your mind.
Wow. Let me ask y'all a question. When Yasharal was told it was going to be harder, it was going to be tougher, who were they going to be against? They should have been considering. Listen.
Ye have not yet resisted unto Dom,
Doing what?
striving against Kata,
Go ahead.
and ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto Benin,
Like what?
my being,
Do what?
despise not thou the chastening of the Adon, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him.
See, why y'all think they walked off and they left?
Despise the chastening.
That's right. They looked at they weren't taking it. They weren't going to do it. They weren't looking at what was set before them. They had no idea that what he actually had set for them. Now he's telling you about these things right here and by accepting the chastisement. And he said he was talking to them as unto what?
Benin.
Amazing. They came and they the one said, your father. And now they asked him, how were they looking at him? They had to be looking at him like an Abba. Because they saying you can make the same decision. You can make the same course of decision. I'm telling you your father did. And I'm telling you to take off what your father did. What am I saying? That you are a father. You are a father to us. You hold the correction. You are the chastiser. Why are they asking him? They should say, I don't used to talking to you. You ain't nothing but a child. That's what you got. Say that the 4th chapter, book of Galatians 4:1 right quick. Make sure we understand it while we're here. We'll come back. See, some of y'all good to a point till you take some correction, then that'll hurt you. It'll hurt you to where, I mean, correction ain't supposed to make you jump up giggling or nothing like that, but you're supposed to be able to endure it. That's just being honest. It only come for a reason, teach you endurance. Let's see what he taught. Listen what he said.
Now I say that the heir, as long as he is a Yalit,
Tell him what happened.
differeth nothing from a Abad,
And but what?
though he be a done of all,
Listen what happened.
but is under tutors and governors until the time appointed of the Abba.
Listen what happened.
Even so we, when we were Benin, were in bondage under the elements of the Alahym.
Listen.
But when the fullness of the time was come, Alahym sent forth his Ben,
How?
made of a Ashah,
Made.
under the Torah,
To do what?
to redeem them that were under the Torah, that we might receive the adoption of Beni.
So now, the reason why we're looking at this, because that's what we look at Rehoboam. Before he took that position, he didn't differ from them. Why you can't find no writing? Why we just sitting back there, y'all got a chance, can you just look up and see where they had been coming to him earlier saying, man, you know, I know it's your daddy, and you didn't rule yet. You can go ahead, you can make stuff lighter for us. Nobody went to him to ask him nothing. He's in the same position they was in. You ain't gonna find no right, nobody approached him before that. You can't do no more than they could do. You know when they can't approach him? When the fullness of time was come. When the fullness of time would come, he had his position. Y'all hear me? When his position fell into play, that's when they had to recognize him as the Father. The Son was being recognized as the Father. We know that because they kept saying what the Father did. Why am I talking to the Son to change what the Father did? How many of y'all as a son can come and override your daddy? You can't override that till it falls in your hand, to that position in your hand. You say, I have authority. I can loose, I can bound. That has to be committed to your trust. Solomon never committed that to his trust. That fell in his hand after he moved. All right, come on back right quick. Let's see what he told us in the 12th chapter book of Operate, they call Hebrews. So I want to help y'all out some with chastisement. This is something everybody got to learn. Me, everyone of him, correction. I'm not above correction. I want to keep myself in place where I can take it. Just because you issue it out don't mean you can't get it now. Don't ever believe that. Don't ever think, now I want to be the pastor. Okay. Anything, to much given, must be required. I had to take correction too. And it's harder for me. Because you got to look at you leading people, then you got to get corrected. He let them know, guess why? Nobody is above correction. Nobody is above chastisement. Okay? Let's see. Listen. And this is verse what? 5. And you have forgotten the consolation which speaketh to you as unto Benin, saying, my being, neglect not the discipline of the Yahuwah, neither be thou weary whilst thou art rebuked by him. So you had to recognize when the chastisement comes. Some of them looking at you and me getting on. Why you don't recognize the Yahuwah getting on you? Listen.
For whom Yahuwah Ahab.
Because he sure hated Yasharal. Listen.
He chasteneth.
Chasteneth. What did you
Chasteneth.
say? Hold on for a minute. You went to 2 colleges. How many colleges? You went to 3 colleges or 2?
3.
What that word you call? What you call that word?
Chasteneth.
That's the old English, isn't that right? Like that Bill. Come on, all right. For whom the Yahuwah Ahab, he chasteneth and he scourgeth every being whom
He receiveth.
amazing. That's what they were talking about scourging, getting whipped. And remember, he was talking about whipping them. You know, you saw they playing the man. He was talking about whipping them, wasn't he? And he was talking about how much he was going to whip them. Now, when we read that before, what were we thinking he was going to beat them that bad? He hated them. But now we find for whom Yahuwah loveth, Ahab, he chasteneth and he
Scourge.
every being whom he
Receiveth.
listen.
If you endure chastening, Alahym dealeth with you as with Beni, for what being is he whom the Abba chasteneth not?
Doth not correct. And you know what we look at? The shame and the embarrassment. Nobody shouldn't be having to correct me. I don't like nobody tell me. I've been living long enough to know. You just like you in your ignorance. You have a zeal. You could be him. I got members here now. They got a zeal, but they ain't got no knowledge. See, because they don't understand it. It don't make sense. That's something y'all learning something, ain't it? You're getting a bit of learn. See, what it looked like when you read the first Berit, they call it the Old Testament, it looked like, why would you, if they already saying it's tight on them getting whooped now, why would you whip them with something worse than that? They already told you the burden is heavy. Why would you say, I'm going to even make it heavier than what it is? It's like, goodness, you hate them that bad? No, actually, who our heart, that's why our discipline. Now, how we had to learn that as men, we never knew that and looking at as men. Calling like he told us, he said, well, what father is it that don't correct this child? Mm-hmm. How many of y'all have whipped your kid? How many of y'all whipped them because you hated them? It probably was a time you thought you ate your little behind, but you typically whip them. Why? Because you see something they done to detriment, and you whip. Some kid be like, I felt like I was getting beat, you hated me, but it was why? It was because I was trying to get you to realize how severe the situation was you did.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You run out in front of a car, and I told you don't go out there, you almost got hit a kid. What I'm saying? See, that car could have killed you. You just ran out there, and I don't want to hurt you. This is how I love you. Just talk to you. Beat the piss out of them. So I'm going to beat you like you could have died. They be thinking, if I had an option, I would like for that car to run me over right now. And in this version, but then you understand that. He lets us get in a situation where your anger gets so enraged with your child that you do that because you want them to realize this is how serious the matter is. This ain't me hating you. I'm trying to get you to see the matter is this serious. They want to let me go on. I should get work. I can go out and play. You like, I just beat the brakes off you. You think you finna go somewhere and play? And they're like, you finna go into captivity. Go to your room. You finna go nowhere and play.
That's right.
The captivity. You say why you put them in the captivity. They thinking, whew, man, we got that one. We all right now? We got, like, not at all. You ain't nowhere near right. You can forget going anywhere forever. Then what we do, we soften up. Guess what Yahuwah do? He soften up. And he said, I got to hold him a word, though. But I ain't did it because I hate you. I did it because I want you to see something. And that's why it's important to realize a lot of times with what we read, we just look at them. We don't consider that's us. Yeah, that's all of us. We feel like things ought to get easier, things ought to get something. But we hadn't learned what it is we need to learn about it and what we're doing was wrong. Yasharal got put themselves, Yasharal still scattered. Greek saying that, Yasharal still scattered to this day. That's how bad their behavior was. They're still scattered. And it's like they got to be recovered. He's got to recover them. But he done told you. He said, well, I got to say the tense of Yehuda first. That's it. He said, I got to say the tense of Yehuda first. But that's why he had to tell them, because a lot of people, we felt like we replaced them. But then he told her, he said, Yahshua said, Yehuda said, I hadn't forgot who I first knew. Mm-hmm. I knew them first. He said, I hadn't forgotten them. We had to know that. What you think Yehuda going to think? He going to save us first. We the one that stayed, we claved to him. What do you think they put up with Yahshua? We got to be better than them. He said, you think I cast away the people I foreknew? He said, I ain't cast them people away. He said, not at all. Yahshua went out and wasted everything they had. Yahuwah going to throw it. He's going to have a big muhar when they come back. He can't forget about them. He got to bring them back. And then look at us. Yehuda got away too. He told Yehuda we went right after the same behaviors. The same thing that he came on, he started to hoard the thing they did. We did the same thing. Yeah, right, he got to recover them. He said, I got to say this tent first. When I say this matah first, he said, then I'm going to recover Yasharal. And then it's over with for everybody. Listen, let me tell you something. I got something I fell away. Y'all can forget it. Don't even call. Don't text. Don't do nothing. You done it. It's too late. Listen, that man recovering us back. You don't make it back. You can't get back. He recovering Yahshua. The only reason we sat down and going through this book and trying to make sure we're professional on what we're doing and looking at this and paying attention, he recovering us for a reason. He finna close the door to the Goyim. The other nation not finna get in. They're going to be in trouble. Listen, the fall of us was the reconciler of bringing them people back. Our fall, us being dispersed and scattered, is how they got in. That's the only way they could have got in. There's no other way they could have got in. Not at all. Done. We were even told not to marry them. They could have snuck it. It'll tell you, there's no way they could have got in. No way you can get in. He already had that thing set up. The only way to do it was for us to be dispelled. That was the only way to get them in. People converted from us. People converted. Hello, Mizraim converted. That's how we know a person convert and come on and be, listen, and be a national. Yeah. Just like us. You know, when you found one right and we came out. Basha, you pretty astute on a lot of levels. Can you find out what we referred to them still in misrights when they came out with us? We had done it. We were one people. We look at them people would believe what we believe, and them people sat here. Them people, all the way they could have came out, they kept the same rituals and rites. They ain't jump up no last minute, come out no house. Not with us, you didn't. You couldn't have made it out unless you had to have the dome over the doorpost. You couldn't have made it out unless you set aside and did what we told you. There's no other way you could have came out. And guess what? We refer to them people, they were Yasharal. We learned that from all these folks, these groups come out, these fools that talking about, no, can't about, I don't listen to it, it's retarded. Stay Old Testament, I'll wear you out with it. Because they don't know what they're doing, they're not proficient. They're too busy trying to get a reading and smoke dope. Swap up and have sex in a church on the seat. I don't go on no foolishness like that. That's retarded. That man brought everybody, all them people, there's no writing we had to ever refer to them people as misrights. He told a person sojourn with us, and we keep it. He said, you're going to have one man of law. He said, for them and wedded the stranger. You keep all the riches and right. You the same as us. Ain't nobody, and no man can disannul that. Nobody can do it. It's been done.
That's right.
Don't let these people make no fool out of you. You got to recognize the way he set it up. A lot of other people, all these groups, these Hebrew Israelite groups, all these people, none of these folk can prove. You could be born over in Israel, you couldn't prove who you was. Because further, you've been dispersed and brought back from where? These jokers claim they Ethiopians and then ran back over. Just stop it. Just stop it. Just stop it. These folks don't know who they are. Everybody telling lies.
Lies.
They go get a tiger hat and put it on. Talk about, man, shut your mouth. A tiger ain't even lying. They got them little bitty whiskers shooting out of. They so stupid. You know they think a tiger got a mane. A tiger does not have a mane. You know people didn't know that. A tiger don't have no mane. No. That stuff shooting out that is not no mane. These folk tigers. Don't pay these jokers. Don't pay these jokers. Don't pay these jokers. These jokers Siamese cats. They barely got hair on them. Don't pay these folk no attention. Everybody, listen, everybody converting. Everybody got to convert. Y'all hear me? All of them got to convert and get this thing back right. That's what we here for. They folk done came around and taught us all these lies. We got to learn how to take this correction and learn how to be ready because he's trying to yield something from it. And that helped me out with being him. As terrible and worse than these politics and rotten these people are, it's something he wants to get out of it.
Yeah, that's right.
I've been ready to lead these people. Yes, sir. I've been ready to tell America to see their own house. That's right. And I'm going to do it too. I need to wait to see what Yahuwah got for us to do. That's just being honest. It's for us too to learn. It is. It's bad. It's something he wants to get. And we don't know it because we sit with the word. Yahuwah, he has intended for his word to do what he said we're going to do. It's going to turn us back. And he's going to come back. He's going to take away the reproach. You know, that's what we know about what the Ben, we know the Ben can do that. What were they asking Rehoboam to do?
Take away the reproach.
Yahushua took away the reproach. Isn't that right? He was a son, wasn't he? They knew he had the ability to take away their reproach. A sentence had been given against him. And even those, that's the thing you look at. Shaloma was dead. Solomon, who they call Solomon, dead. Why were they worried about what he said up and done? It's still in force till somebody don't see they could change it. So they sought the son. Ain't that right? We seeking the son. That man done set himself against her. It's still been invoked on us. That's what we seeking him. To take away the reproach. Ain't that right? But we got to be able to sit and be able to be patient enough to wait on it. Let me tell you something. I know a lot of my members going through a lot. In a day, I don't think about y'all, all of you, what you're going through. I don't think about everybody individually. I ain't tell no lie. And please don't text me to think about you individually every day. Too many of y'all. I got kids all ages and all sizes. I got folk, neighbors giving them wrong information. I don't know why they won't move. Won't you move? Somebody stuck their head in the toe, man, put that thing on that tongue. Yeah, man. I said that thing. I look at my phone, the text message there that said, yeah, so kids just went down the hall, rubbing feces all down the wall. I said, man, I got kids in them schools over there. What did happen? So yeah, call everybody you know and start sitting out there and start trying to and let them know. I said myself that. One of the members called. You see that? Call. The man said, call, text, everybody know. Call the police. Call. I was just like, what in the world? These kids done lost. They got feces with them. For calling, one of the parents called and for said, listen, I don't know who you been listening to. This ain't never happened. Been here all day, never happened. I put every gentleman. Ain't about rub no doodle down no wall. What you got here? Good to hear. I said, good to hear. You're the one that started this whole thing. Oh, adamant. Move. Get from beside your neighbor. Cut them off. You know they turn to your neighbor. Neighbor. Like, why would your neighbor bam on your door and get this ruckus started like this? Well, you know, the world gone crazy, and I know the world gone crazy. I tell everybody, I constantly pull out for y'all as a whole, you know. And I know your struggles, and I know your hurts. I know what you deal with and what people kind of rationalize with, because you know, it's not something you can't feel, you know, with people. But the one thing everybody got to be mindful to realize that Yahuwah put us in situations for a reason to consider. A lot of times we just look at making it, getting it, being somewhere, being somebody, having things. And a lot of times we don't look at, you know, at the book saying your patient possess you, you'll nefas your soul. You can get the money, you can get the houses, you can get the cars, you can get the wealth, you can get the accolade, but if your soul ain't saved, if you ain't got no resting place for your soul. There's a lot of people, things have drove them away from Alahym. This ain't a new thing. When people have gotten things, they've turned on him more than stayed with him. No, I know people say, I'm different. That's your mouth. That's your mouth. Let me tell you something. When things are accessible to you and they're really accessible to you, don't tell me I told y'all, it's easy to forget about it. It's easy. Because you're looking at what you can do, what you got, and what you connect to. And that could be your trap to your fall. So a lot of things he don't give a lot of us, you'll fall in that trap. You have to, it's a certain place you got to be with things. I'm telling you, that's the key to things. I'm real funny about like people I connect to, stuff I do with people, and people like my wife, they tell me, they be like, my kid, they be like, you just snap on stuff. I don't want no connection with people a lot of time with certain things, because things can be a trap and pull you in. And I want to be careful, because you'll say what won't, it will. It'll change you, and your need for him won't be as drastic. Y'all got it? Y'all remember when Yahushua was there and everybody was throwing it, touching him? And you remember what he said? Everybody grabbing on me. The Talmudim, his taught ones, told him, all these people are grabbing this man, and to say somebody, it's no way for us to know. What do you mean somebody touch you? He said, I perceived, because virtue went out of me. It was something different, but her need was different than everybody else. Some people come because they heard something. Some people come not because they heard something. I need you. And when you got things, sometimes you don't have that need. Like you kind of like everybody else. It's more formality with you, other than you need him. You know what I'm saying? You be surprised. Some of y'all might look at your state. It look like I'm always struck. Look like something always coming, and that's to keep you at a certain place for a reason. Because if you get out that hole, you're gonna run. And he know if I don't keep you in that place, you're gonna turn against me, and you're gonna provoke me, and I'm gonna be against you, and you ain't gonna never make it back. I said, man, honest with everybody. I know y'all might look at people. I've done it before my time, so I know you be like, how stuff working? I'm telling you, he know what they're doing. Some people got it, it's a trap. Some people get it to them, they understand you gotta be ready to distribute. I'm just telling you, a lot of stuff y'all want, he'll give it to you. And I assure you, when he give it to you and you find out where you're gonna be at, it'll be the worst thing you ever got. There been people here want a position, got them out there now. Ray, I can't wait to run up to a shootout. I'm ready to run up. You'll get what you want. How long it take them to turn? They ain't get a job no time they turn. You know, when you out there in that police car, it's so easy. It ain't got to be the shoot. You could just pop around a corner too fast. I don't care where they're trying to drive. Laws are averaging, you running, pavement running, you going, too much confident, Yahuwah say flip. Tire give out. Your life over. It's too easy to walk up to the simplest thing, and it be this person don't even know that you don't know that this person done something they think you know, and this person come out blazing. It's too many variables against you out here to turn your back on that man. I know where I'm at. I can't afford to. I'm just telling you that there's a lot of folk, you too comfortable in what you're doing. You can't put no confidence in anything you're doing. Man, everything you're doing, what he allow you to do. I do none of myself, what he allow me to do. I make sure I always acknowledge him for that. I always acknowledge him for that. You be a fool to think anything else. You be a fool to think it's you and what you got, how clever you are. It's only what he give you. And when it ain't you right, he'll take it from you. So a lot of time, a lot of y'all want things to do stuff. I don't like having to keep asking people, but you serve better. Because soon you got an answer, you don't need people no more. You ain't going to believe who else you ain't going to need. You ain't going to need him either. And then you know what going to come back to? And I don't need you. Now, a lot of folk, y'all seen a lot of folk come and throw away a lot of stuff. There's a lot of folk. We done served some folk for years, done throw away everything. One situation, they got the woman they wanted, got the man they wanted, got the job they wanted, got that thing, you know, you gone. It ain't so grave in there, is it? That's why he let us see that, because a lot of times we all feel like we know what's best for us. A lot of us, who in here don't know? Anybody here, what will put you in a good position? Somebody, anybody, what will put you in a good position? Prince, tell me what will put you where you want to be. $500,000. What $500,000 allow you to do? Don't have to worry about bills. What else? Buy stuff you want. What's she ask for irrational? I agree. Nothing. What you gonna say?
I think keep me in a good position, or put me in a good position,
Just to be broke. Poor and broke. With a good position. He tried that smart, ain't it? But he said that way he always said maybe the opposite of it. But you know, but what she's saying and what we say, think about this. Like she's saying, $500,000 will put her in a good position. She won't have to worry about bills. She could get things she wants. And sometimes, and that's not to say that what you're saying you wouldn't do, but if it's not a certain maturity from him, you could get that $500,000, be the worst thing he ever seen coming. Ain't blowing up. She can get it and do well with it. And get it to where she drives it, all she needs is another $500,000. That'll put her at what? $1 million, but then she got taxes and stuff she got to pay. So what she got to do? She got to get some more. So now her heart, she got to drive after it. Because remember, the Lord gave her that. And she don't want to let him. I'm telling you, your logic changed. Listen, Satan, he works your logic. Now you ain't a good steward of what he gave her. So now, if she don't take care of what he, now okay, I know we got to be a servant, but if the Lord give you something, is he going to want me to be here, or he's going to want to make sure I'm doing the will out here? Then it come into, so let me get this straight. The only way I could do what God want me or the Lord want me to do, I have to be inside of a building 24/7. Don't even go to the bathroom. Everybody who do it go drastic. Come on. So let me get this straight. Am I correct? Don't eat or sleep or nothing. Stay in the building 24/7. Don't go to the bathroom to be saved, correct? You know, say, no, that's what I thought. That's all I'm saying. Let me ask y'all a question. Is the church a building, is it in your heart? Y'all ain't never heard that before. See, but I'm telling you, that's how it works. You have to be real careful about things you get in some opportunity. Y'all know how many people come in with opportunity? I'm a businessman. People know me, I ain't no fool. I know how to make money. I don't accept everything folk come with. I'm just not interested. Because some stuff I had to weigh myself and say, that's something I didn't want to get myself involved with. Because to get there, I know a lot of folk, but I want to do, I'm better with y'all like y'all. Y'all do good, stay away from it. Because stuff will pull you. It's heavy. People don't realize. What you do? Sleep 20? What you sleep 12 hours? What you sleep 12 hours a day? Work 2? What you sleep by 2 hours? I mean, what you sleep like 8, 15 hours a day? You gotta get 8 hours. You do good then. But that man he get 8 hours, he doing good. You get 8 hours, you do. Listen, if I could get 8 hours, woo. You get 8 hours. That's a good one. Listen, man, I ain't mad at this. I ain't mad at it. But now, but I'm gonna pray against it. I'm gonna pray against it. I'm a hater. I'm gonna be straight. I'm a hater. I'm like, get that nigga up every 20 minutes. Man, it ain't fair. I can, if I got 7, 8 hours in a night, how? But I be trying. That comes with it. I don't know how it's all on pattern. You got to do something. Then you can get 8 hours. He's ain't no pride in it. In 8 hours. Bastard, I don't want to say that. That's just unfortunate. Listen, I knock out, I be gone, I wake up. I look, I said, I've been sleeping 2 hours for real? An hour and a half, I wake up and I look, if I look at the clock, I feel like I've been out like all night. And I look at that clock, I just be frustrated. At that point, I'm done. I just like, cut the TV, I'm just done. I'm done. I'm like, I've been asleep. I'm talking about be dark. I said, hey, I was on holiday. I said, I got to go outside. I'm going. I ain't going to fight. I got to go upstairs. Go sit. Hey, that thing about going up there. We're going to look at that. I said, oh, my God. I said, woo, boy. Woo. I look at that clock. I said, an hour and a half? Now I wake up, and then I had to watch TV, watching on that thing be going. I said, I need to go back to sleep. I need to get something. By the time I go back to sleep, I got about an hour and a half going. I wake up. Then it's like, you drowsy. You like, oh, goodness. I am so dry. I got to fight through this day. But that's the life I got. Because my mind be turning. I'm doing what? My mind turning when I'm asleep, then I'm praying. So when I get up, I'm praying. I be praying. I turn around, look at the clock. I'm like, God almighty. Pray a little bit longer, look. It's like the hand sit still. You're like, did I even pray? But like the thing, I can just sit still to keep on. But you just have to sit there and fight it. But I say that to say, the life you get is the life he give you. But a lot of stuff that y'all want, it ain't gonna let you rest the way you think. Everything ain't good. It's a lot of wear and tear on you to do certain things. There's a lot of stuff, people look at the top. They don't look at going underneath what you gotta do. I hear a lot of y'all be telling, oh, I'm gonna get it. Yeah, go ahead and do it. I know what you're gonna do. You're gonna F it up. Cause a lot of y'all, man, I ain't just trying to tell y'all the scary, cause I wouldn't tell that, man, I ain't gonna tell you no lie. Let me tell you who don't make money, people who don't get it. You got to beat the next man out. Let me tell you something. These people don't just be printing money. They print money for a reason. Listen, these people keep up with their dollars. It's impossible for everybody to have $1 million. It's impossible for everybody to have $1,000. It ain't set that way. It's just not set that way. You got to help poor people. It's like Monopoly. If Monopoly designed for everybody at that table to have, how much money is in a Monopoly box? You play now. Well, I'm just curious. What is it? That's starting. That's out the real. And then what happened at the game going? Because because they start jotting that amount. Because if people working the way they're supposed to, somebody's gonna work the upper hand that I'm taking you, I'm setting up, I'm buying stuff, and you're gonna stop and I'm gonna charge you. It's stuff they're gonna charge you, cost you till I break and get you off the table. This monopoly is what's going on here. I'm just telling you, if you ain't smart, you don't know how to move, and then you gotta learn how to make allegiance. Y'all don't realize, y'all play a game with, I'm telling you, do business now. You do business, you block people out. That's what you do. You come together and block somebody out. Somebody taking too much of the room, you say, we got to stop her. What y'all think they're doing to Trump? It's monopoly. He sat in too high of a seat, so now you got to block him out. You give him a couple of lawyer problems, you get him some other trouble, you get some people to turn against him, you get enough stuff to break it and move it. You teach him a lesson. No one man ever get no one run. You're going to learn how to control him. You make allegiance. All I'm learning. How many times y'all seen Jeff Bezos lately? He was your richest man in the world, wasn't he? They forced you out of CEO of your own seat. Same thing with Facebook. Oh, they forced you out. It's your company, but you can't sit in that seat. They move you purposely. They let you know it's got to be a control. So you out here and you're doing stuff. These people keep up with money. Why y'all think the banks control you, don't want you moving money at night? Why y'all think they start shutting your accounts down? People got to keep up with, y'all play kid games. Y'all don't think. Don't you know these people got to keep up with money? They got to keep up with ripping. $100, $50, go ahead and run. When you start moving thousands of dollars and millions of dollars, these people got to keep up with you. Because you can't possibly get that money unless somebody lost it. Okay. Go ahead and pop with a bunch of money. They're going to want paperwork. We need to know how you got it. Did somebody die and give it to you? Did you sell something? Are you selling drugs? Did you rob somebody? You can't just pop up nowhere with no $200,000 out of nowhere. You got to tell me where it came from. Because if you got $200,000, somebody lost it. People ain't got no brain. They don't teach these people nothing. You can't move. People don't, in real life, the stuff y'all think about now, that's why I don't even have a conversation with you about some stuff. It's a waste of my time. Because you don't understand principle how stuff works. You can't pop up with money unless you got it from somewhere. You had to get it from somebody. What did you do? Nursing? You're going to jail. These folks got laws on the book. Police stop you, you got $8,000, you can't prove where that money come from, you lose that money. Now you get you an attorney and you pay for where you got $8,000. You know what they look at? Ain't no way you should have $8,000. You a nigga. What would you be doing with $8,000? I ain't got $8,000. Most of these people didn't know that. That was passed on to Dick Cheney now. That if you get stopped and you have $8,000 on you and you can't prove that money from, matter of fact, they take it. You got to go to court to fight to get it back. Your proof come in court. They had too many people saying, oh, I had sold an antique car. All right, come to court and prove it. What are they going to take you to go to court to prove it? Now you got to pay for attorneys. And they don't come back and give you the attorney money after you don't want that money. So that forces things out of people's hands and you keep people where they don't have it. So they start doing keep money out of people's hands. Get your debit card. Debit card, that's all we got. Debit. Debit or credit. Debit or credit. Debit or credit. The machine don't take no money. They want a card. You keep money out of people's hands, you keep up with it. Give everybody a card, that's why I keep up with everybody's transaction. I know what you're doing. You swipe your card. That's what they ask you, swipe it. You either swipe or insert the chip. Man, I don't know what y'all think about. These people keep up with money. You just can't pop up with that. Go buy a house. Them folks got to know, I need to look at your bank account. I need to see that money in your account for more than 2 months. At least 2 months. I need your taxes. Because I look at your bank account and you got $200,000 sitting in here and you make $10,000 a year, what you think I'm finna do? You're finna get reported to IRS. Your math is backwards. There's no way you can have $200,000 in the bank and you make $10 an hour. You took this money from somebody. And they're going to take it from you and they're going to give it to somebody who deserves it. The nigga ain't got no brain. The nigga just think he's just going to go out here and going to make all that money. Because you're an idiot. But I help you out. That's what I do. I help you out. The system not set up for you to make it. The system is set up for you to come to work. Friday when you get off, I'll see you Monday. I know I see it. They know what they paid him. What ain't gonna be doing? What's gonna be doing Monday too? When you got that thing, fit, sit, all of them took it money. The main folks, fit, federal income tax and state income tax. Fit and sit hit you. And man, they made a sandwich out you. Then Medicaid, everybody got to hear you. I see you Monday morning. System not set up for you to make it. That's why I try to teach y'all how to work together. I got too many lone gunmen. That's why you stay in the same situation. Can't be no lone gunman out here. Lone gunmen never make it. You ever seen a lone gunman take out the Fed? Take out the police? They already know what we're going to do. We're going to surround you. We're going to take you out. I'm going to be a lone gunman. Same thing they do with business. I'm a lone gunman. They're going to shut you down. These people stay out here and survive because they make allegiance. They make allegiance how they make it. Ain't nobody care here made it by themselves. Don't believe these people. They tell you lies. And these people told they made it by themselves, they are liars. You can't make it by yourself. The system's not designed to do that. You see the rap game, they all stay together. You see R&B, they stay together. Everybody stay together. You can't make it by yourself. Isolated, they can take you out. You make allegiance. Hello? We learned that from Abraham. They would have took him too, but he made allegiance. The book said they were confederate with Abraham. So Abraham went up there by himself. I'll go and kill all these niggas by myself. He got some help with people he would end with. That's how you make it out here. Y'all have tried in a way, because you're smarter than me. Got some college. Your older people don't know how much money, ridiculous. One ain't shot you already. But you're going to try it anyhow, you're going to run here your own. You ain't going to make it like that. You make allegiance out here. That's how you stay strong. You make allegiance. Y'all saw the movie Godfather. You know what the whole end was about? Making allegiance. I know people, I'll never make no deal like that. But when something happens, who get them out of it? Yeah, you got to pay. You know, in real life, like he told him, I know that you come to America, you got success, and you bought into the dream, so you thought you wouldn't need a man like me. Isn't that right? But as soon as I have, who you really to come see? You got to come and see him. He said, well, you had a man like me for your friend. He said, then your enemies will become my enemies. Then they'll fear you. They let him know, didn't it? He said, then they'll fear you. You make allegiance. It's a move, but you pay attention. See, I'm telling y'all, go ahead and watch these guys at him. I'm telling y'all, don't be stupid. People out here make money ain't stupid. You make allegiance. That's how you survive out here. You don't survive by yourself. Long gunmen don't make it. They always get killed. My member, long gunman. 22. I'm finna fight the world. Ain't got 2 bullets. They shot one of the bullet when they pulled it out. You got 1 more bullet, you finna fight the world, long gunman. Man, you ain't gonna believe they took me out. Hard for me to figure that one. You gonna move out here? I told y'all, I tell y'all time, you gotta know how to navigate. A lot of people don't know how to navigate. I watch y'all, you're terrible. You gotta know how to navigate these waters. Things come in time. Put your time in, everything work. Y'all see one thing, and that thing, they'll watch one YouTube and start out with a whole business. Dumbest thing I seen, man, it come experience, it come with time. That's how you got here moving. Everything in your time. You don't move in your time, you're going to crash anyway. I'm just telling you, I watch people do all the time. Y'all know how many times I done crashed? I'm going to tell you, I done crashed so many times because you don't realize the principle of stuff. You learn how stuff work, you learn the principles of it, you can navigate, you can keep moving. I'm telling you, you got to learn principles. You don't break those principles. Just like the principle of being saved. It's principles of everything you do. Poor people stay poor because poor people got dumb ideas. Y'all just watch YouTube. You know been on YouTube? Clowns. I don't be watching that stuff, man. Let me tell you something. I don't watch Instagram. I don't watch Facebook. I don't watch this stuff. You know why? I'm busy. I don't have time to put money in other people's pocket who making money. I don't have that time, okay? I'm very busy. Watch this. Busy. I'm busy. Think about my next move, if I'm gonna stop leaning or not. I'm just too busy to get involved. These jokers, Costu, he done found every news story in the world. I don't have that time. If you're doing something, you just ain't got time for everything. You learn a little what you get, then you gotta keep moving. I'm telling you, y'all rap yourself stuff, y'all find these dumb ideas. Let me tell you something. These folks are looking for you. You think you finna give me $1,000, I'm gonna give you $40,000? Niggas, you crazy? What kind of interest is that? I don't have time for that stuff, man. For $100. You have $50,000. Don't you be stupid. Stop watching these people. They're gonna dumb you down. You have to stay focused on what you're trying to do. Let me tell you what people learn. And it's smart for them. People greedy. Everybody looking at click on the internet and find the next get rich quick scheme. I don't blame them for. I'll get you too, you sucker. You sucker. You a sucker. You waste your time, just stop that. Please, they got someone that you talking to the wrong person. I don't watch it. I'm much too busy. Y'all got me. I'm just being you gotta start framing yourself. Stay focused on what you need to be doing. Let them do what they do. I ain't trying to knock other people hustle. They making their money. You just ain't gonna make it off of me. That's all I'm telling you. Let some other idiot sit here ain't got nothing to do with themselves who keep that they gonna watch this stuff and get a good pep talk for to take off and make $1 million. Ask them folks this, say, is that what you did? Many folks will sell you anything. Donald Trump sold them on it. He sold real estate hard in 2000. Most of y'all too dumb to remember, too young. Either too dumb or too young. How many of y'all admit you're too dumb to remember? The man told, it's the truth, the man told the folks, he rode around this country, wiping these people out, having these seminars, $69. Get you started in buying a home. The man got rich off you. Let me tell you something, Diamond. I won't even tell you how to piss for $69. You think I'm gonna tell you how to buy a house and flip a house and make for $69? Nothing but a dumb nigga wasted time. You think you'll get for $69? Have a whole room of diamond. You know what them guys do? They what they do. You get the $69 fools in there. The people know what they're doing. Come see them when they're over. They pay them 10, They pay them $15,000. You know what they do to them people? They hold their hand and walk them through their first deal. Now, these are the people they show you. I went and said, I made this. I'm telling what I know, okay? I had to learn this. This is what they do. They have people that are there. They're beyond $69,000. They're beyond that. They have 10. They have 15,000. That's to pay them to what? Guess what? I hold your hand. I'm gonna set you up. I'm gonna show you how this works. That's how you make your money. The $69 food, y'all just suckers in a room. Just suckers in a room. Because you stupid enough to think for $69 somebody going to give you something. How much groceries you can get for $69? How you think you getting $40,000 for $69 conference? Nigga can't even fill up a car for $69. But I'm finna let you make $40,000 from me telling you, Chris, why don't I do this? How many of y'all, if you can make $40,000 for $69, you'll do it? Let me see your hand. What you estimate? What that guesstimate? What, about 50 people? So let's do this. Let's do $40,000 times 50 people. Won't I do it 50 times? And pay y'all niggas no attention. Common sense. I'm going to show you how to take for $69 how to make $40,000. 50 of y'all. Why not let y'all put y'all $50 back in your pocket, your $69 in your pocket, and why not do it 50 times? Especially since I'm teaching you. But when you're a dummy, it just makes sense. When you use a dummy, a lot of stuff just makes sense to you. The people just like you with that goofy look, you don't even like yourself. And teacher, people, I'm telling you something, man. This is what I learned from out here doing business. First of all, looking at everybody's a scam. Everyone was a scam. Everybody's a scam. That's the best way to work. How you find out who ain't a scam? Watch them. Start out with that first of all. Everybody's a scam. That saves a whole lot of time. Everybody's a scam. Watch the proof of it before you believe something. Don't go out. I'm open-minded, and your butt gonna be open too. Y'all hear me? I'm just telling y'all, man, you gotta take y'all time. I don't go through no internet looking at stuff, man, trying to figure out who you know who put that stuff in there? They drawing in suckers, them bait, they pulling in suckers. People who I tell you what y'all do, just to show y'all. It's just me, huh? Sure ain't no bad person. Go pull up, do me a favor. Can we pull up Bill Gates teaches how to make money? I never looked this up. How about that? How about we look at that? Can we do this? We ain't never heard of Bill Gates, have we? 10 genius money tricks from billionaires. You think this man had 10 tricks to making his money? This man went around knocking on people's doors, getting them to invest in his new business when he came up with the Microsoft issue. What 10 tricks did he use? He had developed selling knives. Somebody told him, the guy, y'all remember the restaurant Bennigan? You remember the knife? I'm just helping out. These folks them knives, they had some knives out. I'm not some knives. And how they got them in, who ain't heard of Bill Gates? So you hear that knife seminar about selling these knives, you think, man, that junk ain't for me. How about Bill Gates started out selling these knives? Bill Gates sold these knives. What Bill Gates I know? The billionaire Bill Gates. So what I want to do with these knives? So I can be like who? Bill Gates ain't sold no knife. I remember he told me that. I said, Bill Gates didn't sell no knife. Bill Gates went door to door. He got people in bed. People wrote them in a check for $1,000. All them folks been filthy rich. Can you imagine that man knocked on your door? You listen to this stuff he telling you. Ain't it? You think of who? You like, Crocker, you don't get away from my door. Think about the folks who went on and wrote them in a $1,000 check who never had to work again in their life. They kids never had to work again in their life because they gave him $1,000. That man had a plan. I don't know what 10 tricks he gonna show you because it's gonna be a joke. You think Bill Gates, let me ask a question. If Bill Gates gonna teach me, what I want Bill Gates to teach me how to make $1,000? What, 100,000? What, 1,000,000? What am I looking for Bill Gates to teach me? Is the world set up by that everybody can have $1 billion? It's impossible. It's impossible for everybody to be a billionaire. It's impossible. The only reason they'll sell you that dream because you're going to spend all your money make off. You know what you're going to say? What is this little money? I'm going to be a. So when you spend all the thousands you got, really, you just invested in your billion, and all you did was just put more money in billionaire pocket. Because you were too stupid to realize laws of averages. And realize people with money don't teach you how to make money. They don't waste their time. Donald Trump wiped these folks out in 2007. With the, you know, him and Les Brown, wiped them out. Everybody run them seminar, you them dumb folk make them commercial. Why he ain't been back on there teaching them how to do it? Why don't he teach his all them folk come to see, you know how Donald Trump making money? From making fools out of people. From getting you to come. Do y'all know why Donald Trump is really going doing all them rallies trying to get them folks elected? I told Chris what. Do y'all know why he actually is doing that? Because the Republican National Party is paying his legal bills. There's no camp. He's doing absolutely. See, because everybody down. They're assuming he's out here because he care about the Republicans. He's out here trying to get them elected. They are paying his legal bill. Let me tell you what else when you really dumb, you don't know nothing. Do you know what everybody waiting on him to announce? Who know what they waiting on? When he run for, you know why he ain't told you? Legally, he can't get the money anymore if he say he gonna run. That's why he playing with you, keep saying, I'm thinking about, I'm gonna make an announcement. I'm looking at making, he's sucking you. He's sucking it. People stupid, because you don't know no better. Why he ain't been saying he gonna run for president? The day he opened his mouth saying run for president, they can't give him another dime. That Mar-a-Lago when they went in his house. Y'all know he put a text out, right? He asked for help. They came in my house. They come to your house next. Do y'all know them people that sent him? So, they may have made so much money for telling them. Y'all didn't know they did it. They have sent so many. These folks have sent. He put a text out saying help. They came in my house. They coming after you next. Do y'all know them white folks sent him? They start sending him money. Most of y'all didn't know what happened while he came out of office. The big money people got him out of office. Donald Trump owed hundreds of millions of dollars to lenders, banks. They couldn't touch him while he was president. Most of y'all didn't know that, though. That's why he keep telling y'all the election was stolen. Niggas don't know nothing. Niggas clown. If you're a Democrat, that's another reason saying you're a butthole. Because you don't know nothing. Why would a nigga be a Democrat? Democrat put you in more slavery than anybody. Donald Trump was forced out of office. The banks couldn't get their money. How you go to the sitting president and demand money? He the sitting president, you can't touch him until he came out of office. They had to force him. He owes too much money. Donald Trump is one of the worst businessmen. He is smooth at selling lies. He don't even like them pole crackers. Most of them folk there are pole crackers. What does he have in, tell me what he got in common to working man. The man done tried to write a book, pulling himself up by a bootstrap. The man started from nothing. His daddy loaned him $1 million. He almost paid it back. Nobody gave Donald Trump nothing. Do you know how stupid this stuff? The cracker came from money. His daddy, he effed up that money. He couldn't even pay back the whole $1 million. And all he been making his money is selling lies. Do you know how stupid you gotta be to crash a casino in Las Vegas? Yeah, I can see you doing it, seeing how people don't go there to gamble. He's a terrible businessman. He's terrible. Look up the man's history. Donald Trump makes money from crashing businesses. Banks loan him money, you know why? Because he's terrible. And they only loan him money because they're hoping to get their money back. So now you're stuck with, if I just write this off, he screwed me for everything. But if I invest some more and let him do this, maybe I'll get my, and now everybody pissed with him. They don't realize this ain't about no people. Listen, this ain't about no Democrat, Republican. It's about the money people in that. This cracker got to go. They're done. They're like, he got to go. He's terrible. Why y'all think he fighting? He keep making this stuff up with these people. That's how he protected. If it wasn't for the fact he got all these crazy folk behind him, they'd have been locked him up. They'd have been locked him up. They got to look at, it's a lot of police going to die. It's a lot of military going to die. It's a lot of feds going to die. The day when they pull that trigger, they might well go ahead and kiss their kids by. They're going to die. And you know who ain't going to fight? Donald Trump. That's what they need to tell them crackers. He said, come get in the front. Here go your gun. That cracker ain't going to fight nobody. He ain't gonna do nothing. He gonna do nothing but run his mouth. And that's why I'm so sick of dumb white people and dumb black people running behind him. Don't listen to these people. When these folks come with these money scams, everybody, remember this further, what is everybody? Scam. Till you see other way. Till I see proof of you doing something. I ain't coming no paper. I need to see it. I need to see it done. Let me see it. Other than that, you're a scam. I just gave y'all some good advice. I know you ain't going to listen because you're hard-headed and you're going to go back and listen in. 13 habits that helped Bill Gates build his $131 billion future. Who giving us this? Who's giving us information? Go Banking Greats. Who is this other? Go Bank Greats. Is that his stuff? No. I don't listen to these people, man. You'll sell people anything. Bill Gates ain't do it. Go see if the boy on Tesla. You think these folks doing, won't they tell you how to get rich? Why these people don't tell you how to George Soros? Why these folks not doing conferences to tell you how to get rich? Because they know the whole thing is scam. Everybody talking to you, Mark Cuban, why he ain't doing it? They all know it's a scam. They all keep telling us the people are scamming you. They don't watch these people. They ignore. They know these guys are hurt. Anytime you do these scams, or I'm going to teach you how to make money jump, you're a scammer. Because most of the people making money ain't got time. Ain't got time. Guess what they're doing? You ain't going to believe what they're doing. They ain't got time. Close my case. That's good.